that means that they've talked about it in the past, or his friend has mentioned it.
I don't
Yeah,
think.
yeah, because I mean, I don't know.
That's what I said. I'm like, listen.
Guys don't like their friends dating their relatives. 100 fucking percent. Like I said, I don't care how great of a guy you are. You could walk on water, be like, you getting the fish dirty, nigga.
Uh, let me put out that I'm live. Let me do that.
Mhm.
That's one thing I don't like about like the YouTube, like the bot that I have for YouTube that's supposed to like announce my shit just doesn't sometimes.
Yeah,
There's
I gotta switch my bot because my bot will do it like 4 hours after I've gone live. Be like, oh, he's live right now. It's like, thanks, bro. I'm working at Internet Explorer speed.
live once more. This time with dinosaurs.
Good dino feeling. I love how so many of my fucking phrases just become part of the group's fucking
Basically,
lexicon.
yeah. At this
I'm gonna start
point,
making up new phrases.
no, it's so funny because for a while, like that was me. Like that's what I went through, basically. Like I was the one that would just like say shit, and it would part of the become part of the fucking like whatever the fuck, basically.
Yeah. The Pisces power, man.
Yeah. No, I think that's just so
We're just as funny and
funny
sexy.
because, like, one of my exes, fucking, that man will never let it go that
Mm.
that I'm a Pisces. That man gets so fucking heated about that shit. He'll
Yeah,
be on Twitter like, "Oh my god, man, fuck Pisces," and it's like, damn. But what did I do? Like,
people hate us because they ain't us. It's that simple.
because like me and him broke up, and he's never gotten over that shit. Like it's really
Yeah.
funny. I got zooted as fuck, and I texted my friend Brian, and I was like, "Hey Brian, I kind of really miss like the old friend group that we used to have, even though like my
Yeah, and he was
ex
like,
is
just
like a
move
part of
on.
that." No, that was Andrew.
uh,
Andrew's my other friend that streams, but he's kind of more in it for like the business and like the money part of it than anything else.
mm,
Which that's I could say stuff about it, but I'm not going to.
fuck that noise. If you're into anything just for the money, that shit ain't gonna work.
Yeah, but
Even business doesn't even fucking work that way.
yeah,
You have to have a product that you care about for it to fucking make money. That's the irony. You can't just make a good product. You can't just throw a product out there. It has to fucking be good, and you have to care about it so that other people care about it, and they put.
yeah, no, because like with him, it's like I helped him set up his like shit and like it oh my god, it was essentially like me being like, "Oh, hey, like, I'm glad that you are like having fun doing like your stream and stuff, but I was like, "Here, I can help you because this is what I do." And I just wanted to help him
Mm,
out, like legitimately wanted like to help him out. So I'm sitting there and like, I'm just talking to him and I'm like, "Yeah, like, so this is what I, did when I was streaming, and this is where I fucked up, and this is where I did good." And he just got
mm,
really, like, weird about it. Like, after I helped him, he, like, stopped talking to me, and I'm like, alright, well, I guess I'll go fuck myself.
yeah. He just wanted the information, and that was it.
Yeah, because, like, now we don't even, like, talk to each other, but, like, I'll go to his streams every now and then, and I'm like, oh, hey, like, what's up, friend? Or whatever the fuck.
Hmm.
And then like we'll have like conversations like while he's live, and then it's usually him complaining that he doesn't have any viewers, and I'm like, oh, like listen, bro, that's how it is. Like, you
Yeah,
know, I told him, I'm like,
that's it.
like I'll like like for me, I'll have streams that I'm popping off for once in my life, like I'm doing well, and then all of a sudden I'm just like fucking the dog, like, yeah. In terms of like viewership, like it's just not going good. But I don't let it
Yeah,
like get to me. I don't let it bother me because like trust me, I'm not trying to be over here depressed that my stream is like not doing good, because that's just there's no point. Like,
I used to be like when I first started, bro. Like I just did it as a whim. I didn't really take it seriously. But then I got affiliate, and like yeah, the struggle to get affiliate was so fucking difficult because again, I did every single thing the wrong fucking way. Like, if I knew even half of what I know now, it would have been completely fucking different. But like, I remember like I was not competing with Jamross, but like we were both trying to see if we could get it, and then he got it pretty much right the fuck away. And it took me like 6 months, and I'm over here just like kicking, beating myself up about it and shit like that. And then eventually I'm just like, fuck that, who gives a shit? Like I'm doing this shit for me. And then that's when, because like I mean, I didn't think about it until you pointed it out, but it's like, yeah, I do have a pretty solid viewership. They're just people who never fucking talk. So it makes me so angry because like, bro, Danny is the biggest hater in the fucking world. I feel bad I'm always fucking bringing that shit up, but it's like, yeah, you need to understand where I'm coming from with this because like this dude, no matter what you fucking do, he's like the reason I keep him around is so that he keeps me humble because like anytime that I say I do anything, I mean it's pretty good. Oh yeah, well, but this is wrong with it. This is wrong with it. Like damn, fucking hating ass motherfucker, bro. Can't have shit in Detroit.
You can't
But
have
like
shit
what'll
in
happen is like
Detroit.
he'll come in there and he'll come around to see where I'm at. He's like, oh hey, what's going on? Oh, I see there's nobody in your fucking in your chat, and I'm like, yeah, but there's like 7 or 9 people in my fucking stream, and he's just like, it's like that's right, get fucking nay, you scrub.
Get fucking needed. No, I saw a post about that the other day. Someone like made like a tweet saying like, "Hey, don't like, please don't be that guy that's in the chat. Like, where is everybody? Her."
Yep.
And I'm like, damn, Violet's really out here living that.
I mean, he does the shit like he does the shit IRL, bro. Because like he does it under the guise of like you being concerned, but really I know that it's just like him being a fucking green-eyed monster, him just being jealous. Because like he was the one that was serious about streaming to begin with. He went and got a fucking green screen. He went and got himself a brand new camera. He's doing the damn thing. But his streams are like fucking golf by mail, boring as fuck. And I remember like the day that like I was showing another friend of ours him playing this game that I absolutely fucking love, the Wonderful 101. That game is exciting. And for context, you're 100 Power Rangers fighting on the back of an interstellar space dragon while a fucking giant alien with a sword attacks you. That sounds pretty fucking exciting, right? This guy made that shit so fucking boring. The guy that we were showing it to, he's like, do I have to keep watching this? And bro, that hurt me on a level that like I can't even describe. Like I'm like, oh no, please. He's like, this game looks boring as shit. I was like, nah. Like, how in the fuck did he manage to turn something so fucking exhilarating into, again, golf by mail? Like, this is fucking horseshit.
Oh my gosh.
So now what he does is that he just acts like he's like our fucking manager. Cause I remember like before Josh and I hit affiliate, he was talking to John and he was like, oh yeah, you know what? I gotta help Josh and Violet. It's small streamers. I gotta help them out. And it's like, bitch, the fuck are you talking about? Like, you're not even an affiliate. You've been at this shit for over 2 fucking years and you're not an affiliate. That shit was oof, my goof.
For real, that's crazy. Like how people act that way though. Like I've never tried to act that way personally, but like I know people that do. Like they're like they've been streaming for a while and they'll be like, hey.
Yeah. Well, it's one thing to like give like helpful advice because like I do
Violet, you are country rosing hard as fuck.
I've moved a little bit to the left. How about now?
That's a little bit better.
I moved 2 inches and it changes everything. Yeah, like I do what I call the Twitch dive, where I'll just go to Twitch and I'll get Vtuber American view count lowest to highest. And I'll just go and see people that have like no views and I'll join their streams to see what's going on with them. Like there's that one guy that I was following that he had been streaming for like a month or so and he was muted the whole time and he had no fucking idea.
Oh no,
Our poor fucking
terrible.
guy.
Man, I would just have to die after that. Man.
He felt so bad. I'm like, no, it's fine. That's why I'm here. Fucking help my brother out. So I gave him his first sub. I fucking gave him a follow. I sent him on his way. And I just do that. I just troll around the lowest parts of fucking Twitch. It sucks, man. Like trying to get discovered on Twitch is impossible. Like unless you know a guy that knows a guy. Like networking is super important for Twitch, and that's something that I didn't fucking know. So like if I had known that shit, I would have made my VTuber Twitter in 2020. I would have been networking. I would have been doing collabs because I had nothing but time in 2020, like everybody else. But again, I did every single fucking thing the wrong way. So now I'm starting on the back foot, all fucked up.
Yeah, no, that's essentially
how
what I
life.
did. Like, because Man, if I had known I was gonna become a VTuber, I would have bought my model when I still lived at home and had no bills. I'd have all that shit set the fuck up.
Straight up.
Like,
I started 2020, bro, with fucking 6 Gs in my fucking bank account that I had just sitting around.
oh,
Like, you know, aside from like my regular money, I could have had a fucking kick-ass live 2D model. I would have been doing the fucking thing.
man, I've never had that much money in my life, bro. That's crazy.
Oh no.
Yeah, I've had like three G's and that's it. That's all I've ever had. That's because of like taxes, obviously.
Yeah, man. What you got to do, especially like, 'cause I don't know how Louisiana banks are, but try to find a credit union, and even and just putting it into a savings.
Oh, I'm a fucking goober. Hold on, I am goobalicious right now. My game did not have audio that whole time. Embarrassing.
Cuba
Violet,
Cuba.
you are not intelligible right now. If you wanted to know.
I don't know. Wait a second. Now.
Yeah, that's better.
Okay.
Ba-na-ba. Oh, I'm in a snowy area.
I wish we'd had more time to brief you, but as you know,
With
the
dinosaurs?
situation is
Yeah.
fluid. Our Canadian
I'm in
friends are
Washington.
concerned that many of these wild animals are getting close to their border.
Strange.
We'd like to prevent them from crossing it.
Car.
We being
Violet.
the
Obvious you are
CIA.
stupid, but are you stupid with a
My
hard R?
division is the DSD, Dangerous Species Division. I'm Dr. Dua.
God damn,
I
what a
have
dumb
an
bitch.
extensive
Now my bot
background in
works.
paleo
That's
research in this
wild.
very field. At Jurassic
Don't
World,
work earlier,
About-
work
now.
now, but
Other locations I'm not at liberty
Maybe he just
to
doesn't like
discuss.
fucking DVD.
However,
He's scared.
I have history with
Yeah, it's
many of
scared.
the people involved here.
you know, I
Approach your
got my
camp.
stand set up. Like,
What remains
I'm
of
so
it
ready
anyway.
for my
Amethyst.
package to come through.
They
You don't
only
even know.
succeeded in getting themselves
I got my
and
pics.
others
Like I
killed.
spent last night. I was
And
sitting at my
making
computer
our
with like
job
my
that
pics on
much
my
more
fingers
difficult.
to get used to them. I'm wearing one right now.
The dinosaurs are still agitated.
Tranquilizing
Great.
them would appear to be the best option at this point.
Oh, do I
That's what I
gotta?
was saying
Safely
before.
and quickly as we can.
I'm going in. I gotta manually trank them.
Oh, no. Yeah, what I was saying before is like I know it sounds hard because you're not making a whole lot of money, but take even 10 from your check, 10, 15 bucks, and throw it into a savings account and just make sure not to fucking touch it. And over time, that'll fucking become more and more money, and the more money you have in your savings account at a credit union, not at a bank, because banks don't give you shit. Because everyone says like, oh, invest it in the stock market and all that, but it's like unless you've got the requisite amount of money to pay for like a good stock, that's not gonna work. So you gotta start slow and fucking put the shit into a savings account and a credit union that has a high interest rate, and just keep fucking putting whatever you can into there and just don't touch it. Like I know it'll suck. You'll have to have like sleep for dinner and soup sandwiches, or fucking a deep breath for lunch for a little while. But when you go and you look at your fucking bank and you're like, oh hey, there's money in there and it's growing every day, that's what you fucking want.
Yeah. It's optimal.
And then when you finally get the big boy bucks, then you can start putting the shit into stocks and whatever. Because like, I mean, it is true that like just putting money in savings is kind of dumb, just because like you're not doing anything with it. It's not growing as fast as it could. But if you don't have shit, you got to start with a seed. You can't have a farm right away.
Just as an organization has
Yeah.
key
I also have
players
friends like Scrum, because like
me,
if I had known Scrum shit
it
even a
also
year ago,
has key
I would have
facilities
been in
that
a
it
much
needs
better
to
position
run
than I am
effectively.
fucking now.
So,
Because I
to
didn't know
get
shit about like the
started with
S&P
the
500. I
construction
don't,
of an
no one
reliable
taught me about
building, a
stocks.
control
That's
center,
strictly white people
and
shit. No,
also
it's just
a
like, hey,
backup generator to
my friend's
supply
from
power.
White, teach me the ways of the Robert De Niro. And he's like, oh yeah, you gotta do this, this, and this, and this, and I'm like, oh, information that would have been helpful fucking a long time ago.
Yeah, Scrum knows more about that shit than I ever will, most likely.
Yeah.
God, I hate this area so fucking much. These fucking dumbass dinosaurs with a hard R like fuck this whole area up. And I gotta
I'm so back,
rebuild
like,
this.
I put a little bit of money into Dogecoin, and then now it's just like plummeting. But that's because of fucking everything going down. Like we're officially in a bear market, so the fucking that's terrible. Like I don't know if you understand like between a bear and a bull market, but a bear market means that everything's going down, and a bull market means that everything's going up. And of course, Potato Joe in office, everything is just fucking plummeting. So we're just like, great. The only good thing about everything being bad right now is that because stock prices are so low because everyone's panic fucking selling, you can buy up the dip. So like a stock that was like normally like $100, you can get it for like 70, sometimes $50. Like I was windmilling air that I didn't fucking grab Disney stock during 2020, but I was fucking broke as shit. I had to make ends meet.
Right,
That's the
right.
thing is like when times are good, you got to save up money for when times are bad. Basically, whenever Democrats get in fucking office, that's when you start buying shit because everything's gonna fucking plummet, and then fucking Republicans get in office, everything goes back up. That's how it always goes. That's why it drives me fucking crazy when people are just like, oh yeah, fucking Republicans only, they want to help the rich. Like no, they want everyone to be rich, and then you just have to know how to fucking play the game. Democrats want everyone to fucking be poor, and they want everyone to be broke as shit and on welfare. Like do you not see the fucking difference? Because like Segoy posted something that kind of pissed me off a couple days ago in his fucking server where he's just like Republicans and Democrats both say the same shit where it's like poor people are like we need help, and then Republicans are like no, and then Democrats are like no, but Black Lives Matter, and it's just like it's not even fucking remotely true, bro. Like when we had Trump, everybody was working, everybody had money, everybody was doing the damn fucking thing. Now nobody's doing anything. Like there has never been a more sharp contrast than like maybe like Jimmy Carter and Ronald Reagan in the fucking 70s and 80s.
Oh wow.
Were you there for that when I was talking with Scott? I had no idea that Jimmy Carter was only a one-term president. I thought the damage that he did took fucking 2 years. He did that shit in 2 terms. He did that shit in 2 years. I was like, oh no. But then here we got Jimmy Carter 2.0 with fucking Joe Biden. Like, did you know that fucking we built the Panama Canal and then we sold it fucking back? Or we gave it back. We didn't even sell it back. We just gave it back to fucking Panama.
I think I knew that
You know how much fucking
actually
money-
for once.
Oh my god. You know how much money comes through that bitch? And we didn't get anything for it. We did all the labor, lost all those lives to malaria, and then just gave it back. Like, fucking shit, bro. Like, Democrats just ruin everything. Just fucking ruin absolutely everything. They can fuck up a wet dream. They're awful. Just a
Not bad,
soup
if I do
sandwich.
say
Just
so
fucking it up.
myself. And I guess I am, but we're also
But they
gonna
say
need
all the
a
things people want to hear. That's what I tell you.
response
Like,
facility.
the
Your response
Republicans
to this directive
and Democrats
should be
at a
to get
bar.
one built.
The Republican guy is
Huh?
the guy that'll
See
look
what
you
I
up
did
and
there,
down and
huh?
tell you what's fucked up, but he'll still take care of you. He'll still fuck you.
No.
Democrat
Never
guys,
mind.
he'll
Don't
tell you all
respond.
the shit that you want to hear and then drop a root for you to drink.
Oh.
So he gets what he wants. He doesn't give a fuck about you.
Oh no. Oh no, that's terrible.
Claire, we need to get the
That's
dinosaurs
exactly what the
into
fuck
new
it is.
holding
Every fucking
enclosures.
year.
The ones
Every
we've
fucking
already
election cycle,
captured.
bro.
Yep,
Some dumb
that's
bitch
right.
comes around. Oh,
And
he
we'll
was
lock
saying
them
he's gonna
away
give
and
me
as
free
comfortable as
everything.
possible.
And the other one's like, no, bitch, I'll take care of you, but you gotta work. And like, I don't like that. I ain't about that shit. I want the free stuff. Oh no, he just fucked me in my butt and left. Yeah, that's what happens every fucking time.
Oh no. Oh no. It's terrible.
Or like help me like draw like political cartoons, because that's really what the fuck it is every goddamn time. And then like people like me and Scrum are just like the friend that these dumbasses talk to. Like, I don't get it. He said he was gonna give me free college. He was gonna get rid of debt. And like, damn bitch, you fought for that shit again.
You fell for that
Only
shit
only
again.
300 times. It's on you.
Yeah, like at some point it's on you at some point in time.
Look, that's something that like I was talking about with somebody else, where it's like the differences in political ideology boil down to just maturity level. The Republicans are very much about personal responsibility and like doing the thing that's correct and not the thing that's fun, whereas the Democrats are all about all about your rights with none of your responsibilities. Like they're like the I don't know if you've ever seen the Disney Pinocchio movie, but like the Democrats are basically just that island where all the kids go that get turned into donkeys.
Yeah, I've seen that before.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, man, vote Democrat. You could play pool and smoke cigars and just fucking hang out, and you get turned into a donkey and sold into slavery. Like, that's exactly what the fuck happens with the Democrat Party. The Republicans are just like, nah, man, like, we gonna work you. You know, you have to fucking punch in, 9 to 5 and shit, but, like, you'll have money, and you'll be able to do whatever the fuck you want with that money, and you'll be happy. Like, the fuck? And, like, the Republicans very, very much believe that, like, the government doesn't give you your rights. Your rights are given to you by your creator or your non-creator, however you want to fucking look at it. Like, they're inalienable. As soon as you're born, you have those rights. However you fucking, the government doesn't give them to you. The Democrats believe that everything comes from the state, and it's like, nope. The government can't even fucking figure out how to put letters in mailboxes, as we were discussing earlier. I'm not trusting them with important shit. I'm not
That's,
trusting them with shit.
bro, I can't even imagine how they do our mail out here. Like, that's a scary thought I've not even thought about. I mean, honestly, they probably do just like shove that shit in there.
No, I mean if it's just like one box or whatever. But you probably have like those like the like little farms for it, right? Like the huge box outside that everybody's box is hooked up to.
It's not really hooked up to anything. It's like a little, like every box is like a little box on its own.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Like a
Uh-oh.
giant cubby hole with a door.
Animals here?
Yeah.
Correct, Mr. Finch.
Mhm.
We know where they were. But now, Mr. Grady, it's essential.
Yeah, because in the city or in Chicago, most apartments have like, because they only have like 2 or 3 apartments per building. But in the bigger places, yeah, they got like the little farm for it where it's like 100 something cubicles or whatever, and everyone's got their own little key. There's no way you can expect the mail guy to go all the way around and put everyone's shit in there.
Yeah, no, I know out here it's like,
promising.
I don't know if it's like a funnel or what, but I've always assumed that like they go like one by one and like put it in there.
Everything points in this direction.
Yeah,
That-
all the
that's a
mail
lot of
sorters
mail.
are go through in the morning,
Yeah.
rubber banded together, so you just put them in the spot it's supposed to
Say
go.
what you want about the dinosaurs, but they're not subtle. Wherever they
That makes
go,
sense.
And the post office is inexcusable with how poorly it operates. Because like when I was a load captain at Real Captain at Express, it was the same thing. Like you had to take all the letters, put them where they were going in crates, and then rubber band them together so that the guy who was delivering them could just fucking throw them in the package right there. So your job was super important because the guy's not gonna sit there and flip through all the letters. He doesn't have time for that. You have to make sure you do your job properly. You don't send people the wrong things or send them to the wrong location. But you know, and if you do it too many times, you'll get fired. Post office, they don't give a shit.
Yeah.
They don't give a shit because like everything with the government, you can't get fired. So you can just keep doing whatever the fuck you do, and you know they're unionized. They just do whatever the fuck they want, and there's no repercussions. That's the biggest thing. That's like, you know, again, bringing it back to the Republican versus Democrat debate. The Republicans have things like FedEx, where if you do shit, you get yeeted out. Democrats are the fucking post office, where no matter how poorly of a job you do, you just stay there, and you get promoted because everyone else will either quit or leave, and then you're the last one there, so you get promoted. So it's always, you know, the shit floating to the top of the bowl. There are so many people that I've seen in positions where it's just like, how on earth did you get to where you are?
Chase. Move. Move.
That was a
Owen.
Dinosaur.
Owen, are you okay?
Oh,
What
no.
is happening?
Little busy right now.
Please tell me I have things under control.
That is a
If it'll calm my anxiety, yes.
carnivorous
I'm a bundle of
dinosaur.
raw nerves.
We're working the problem. We have a helicopter standing by, and they'll attempt to tranquilize the animal from the air.
Attempt. We need success, Dr. Dua, before it can eat Grady and the others.
No, please don't say that. You believe in a team, right?
You want me to
War
lie?
universe, we're only concerned with war. Pull up, you stupid fuck.
No clear shot. What the fuck?
You
I'm looking-
cockeyed Ranger.
I'm looking right at him.
Control it yourself.
Listen, I'm not very
Owen,
good at that,
What's our
Violet.
status?
I'm not good at that sober,
Everything almost
Violet.
under
You
control,
gotta...
but the animal
Oh
is
my
injured.
god, is that
We
Aura?
need to get her to a secure enclosure for observation and treatment.
I'll notify Dr. Dua.
Hello?
Oh,
me?
Aura?
I'm fine.
PFP is
Thanks for
so
asking.
cute.
You know, Violet, I heard that you wanted a lewd face on that model.
Oh no.
From who?
From Aura, what do you mean?
I wanted a lewd face? Babe,
Yeah.
what are you talking about?
The Ahigo
I would never lie
face?
about wanting a lewd. Oh!
I
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't say that in seriousness. I was telling that to you because I was flirting with you, but way to go, babe.
But
But there were other things in there that I said that were definitely not TOS, and I'm like, hang on. You're over here just telling our secrets?
Violet, I don't know if you could say that.
What?
I've absolutely seen the screenshots that you've sent me of you and Aura having
What about
conversations.
As long as they stay away from
God, what was
civilization, leave them in place.
Yeah.
They'll survive in the wilderness without our intervention.
Wait,
I was
wait,
just
wait,
confused,
wait.
like, we
Given
said-
time to adapt.
Like, I remember for goddamn
Yes,
ago, like, in
I'd say they will.
seriousness. Because that's the thing, I don't want
guess
people
that's
stripping from
something
my
we're all
wife.
gonna
That's
have
my
to get
wife. You
used
don't
to.
touch.
That's
Having
my wife
dinosaurs
you
out
don't
in the
touch.
world.
Is that you talking?
You
or
watch
is
her
that
streams
the
on audio only.
Claire, I am the government.
I can just imagine someone comes in and tries to like shrimp for Aura, and Violet just pops up laser eye and everything.
What did you say, fella?
That's what I imagine in my head. Just Violet, laser eye, sword out, like, excuse me, fella.
Exactly. No, for the first time ever, honestly, like I'm with a girl that like I genuinely trust. So I don't really worry about that kind of shit because like I know that if anybody tried to come at my wife and like hit on her or whatever, it would not go well for them.
Yeah, because I remember you told me that like someone like tried that and Aura was just like, and.
Yeah, 100%. That friend of yours, babe, that was just like, oh yeah, you know, like I've been with you for a while. And you're just like, you can. He's like, damn dog.
You don't have to
You ain't
kill
gotta
him like that.
Oh no.
Because I mean that's what I had to go through though. Like I had like the same kind of thing. Friend was like, oh, like in like every conversation, like flirting with me, and I'm like, listen, big fella, I'm not interested.
Yep.
Like I'm happily dating somebody. Please don't talk to me like that.
Yeah, and anyone that tried to come at my wife like that would just get absolutely fucking T-Rex.
T-Rex traffic.
I'm going to need a paleomedical facility to assess the status of the
Thankfully, I don't
dinosaur
really
that
get
they're
hosed like
bringing
that, so she never has to worry about it.
We'll
But
need
I
to
would
do a full
100%
medical
just
scan.
be like, bitch!
in. I want to
Bitch.
understand what went wrong.
You said I
if we're
don't
going
get
to
hosed
avoid
like
an event
that.
like this in the future.
But no, it's weird for me because I don't flirt with anybody. Like I just exist,
Sometimes
bro.
what a problem requires is a new set
Yep.
of
I
eyes.
exist. I'm
Let's hire a
nice.
few
Like I
scientists
don't.
with the skills to
understand.
diagnose these animals.
Yep.
Make sure they are competent with the MVU.
That's
and
all
then
it
Yeah, I
is.
don't get
medical
hosed like that, and the
scans
ones
on
that
the
do come at me, I'm just
dinosaurs.
like, get the
I'm
fuck out of my
interested
face.
to see what we can
You've been there.
discover.
I'll yell at a bitch in the street. The
Yeah.
fuck you looking at, bitch?
What you looking at?
Eyes on your own paper.
Eyes on your
We
own
have to
paper.
knock that dino out. I'd suggest a tranquilizer, but you know, you do you.
That's trifling too, man. Because there are girls that are only interested in you when you're dating somebody because they want to they want to be that one that like steals you away, and then after that, then they just leave you. It's like, bitch, get the fuck out of here with that bullshit.
Yeah, no, for real.
Right.
Like,
Now that we have control
one of my
the
friends
dinosaur,
apparently, like,
temporarily, let's
fucked
get it
some girl that had a
transported to the
boyfriend.
paleomedical facility where we can treat
and then like
its
the girl felt
injuries.
bad about it like the next day, and I'm like, well, listen, like y'all could have said no to each other, but you didn't. That's on
Yeah,
y'all.
you a hoe ass hoe for that. Like if you knew from the beginning that he had a boyfriend, yeah, you a hoe for that. Fuck you.
Fuck you.
Because like I'm of the mind where it's like if the dude didn't know, or if the girl didn't know that you were with somebody, okay, that's fucking fair play for them because they didn't know. But if you knew that the person was taken and you still did that shit, nah, you a hoe ass bitch for that. And you deserve everything bad in this life has to offer you.
You deserve to stub your toe on the corner of your table.
Every morning, every fucking morning, right as it heals. Right
Yeah.
as it feels better, bam, have that shit again. We get paralyzed from the scalp down and get lice.
Oh no.
Oh, please.
Yeah, I got no tolerance for cheaters, man. Fuck that shit. Cheaters and liars, bro. Like I said, like my ex would just lie about stupid shit. I'd catch her,
Part
and then
of
like,
the
what the fuck you
healing
lie to me for?
process
And
is
she's like,
to
I
get
didn't want to
some
lose you.
rest,
So your
preferably
logic
someplace
of
comfortable.
I did bad shit in the
Always worked
past,
for me.
but instead of just being
Same
upfront
for the
about it, I'm gonna
dinosaurs,
lie.
I'd imagine.
Like a whole ass
You
bitch.
imagine
That's to
correctly.
keep me. I
Not
That's to
according
keep
makes a
my
lot of
me.
fucking
ex.
sense.
I.
Yeah.
Yes.
That makes a
moving
lot
on
of
then.
sense. Makes a lot of sense.
We want to have the animal transported and then secure
that
and
common core
comfortable in
logic.
its enclosure, if you please.
Oh no.
I mean, straight up, like I've dated girls with questionable fucking pasts. It's not a big deal as long as you're just upfront. Hey, this happened. I did this. Whatever. I'm not telling you to give me your whole autobiography, but just like give me a rundown on what's going on real quick. And then if something happens, hey, you know, I'm talking to this guy we used to date. Okay, I'll handle it from there. When people are just like, oh, you know, I don't want to hurt your feelings, and it's like, listen, I have all the right in the world to feel how I fucking feel. What you don't have the right to do is hide shit from me, because that's fucked up. Because if you're
Yeah.
hiding shit,
It worked
that means you're
to
doing
make
something
sure
wrong.
the dinosaurs would
That's
thrive
the
in the
only way that
forest.
you can fucking look at it.
At first,
Because if
I
you if
believed
you're
this
on the
was for
level
the
about whatever
best.
the fuck it is you're
Then
doing,
we
you have no reason to
realized
fucking
that
hide it.
forest makes up about 1/5 of the total
That makes
land mass
sense.
in the U.S.
Man.
Or worse,
and
lie
almost
about it.
40% of Canada's
Or I'm
wilderness.
still a little fried right
Working
now, and I'm
together
not
with the
about it.
DFW and the CIA, we made
I
the
don't want to
dinosaurs
be.
feel
You know, I
right
went to
at
bed
home
last night. Like, I'm gonna wake up tomorrow,
in the
feel totally sober.
forest.
Nope. That is not the case right
Powers
now.
that be know what they're doing because the dinosaurs definitely do.
Not sober yet.
I'm going through it, Aura, right now.
I know.
And like,
Ah, that model is so fucking cute.
I know.
Mm.
Aura showed me, and I was just like, oh.
Oh, cool, your little overlay has your Twitter and everything. That's neat.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Fucking
Yeah.
so, can I help you with that?
Yep. It's all on
Only way to
Stream
fly,
Elements, so it
right?
has all my like
Try
social media
this.
that pop up, and
Away from
then
the hubbub of the
the
public.
corner will be like, oh, look
No
at my
prying
YouTube
eyes
video.
asking wordless questions. I don't feel much like
It's actually
answering.
out of date though. I wonder if I
Now, call
can
me
like,
crazy.
can I like
You
refresh
wouldn't be the
that,
first.
and then it's like the
But we need
new
to
video
centralize our operations,
from like an
and
hour
that's
ago.
why I've chosen
I hope
this
so.
location. Well,
We'll
okay, I didn't
see.
choose
Yeah.
it myself, but I was part of the process.
June was working on an overlay for me, but then
I mean, I
yeah,
got
I don't
the
know what
memo.
happened. We just stopped working on it.
The Appalachians have long been a place where people can kind of disappear, whether on their
I
own
think
or
I
with
have
the
you like
help of
lowered 'cause you
someone
were
else.
reading super
So-
hard yesterday.
Why not the dinosaurs?
Ring.
Nah, just being a hella fucking loud for no reason.
Pull a few strings, grease a few palms,
Hmm.
twist a few arms, and bang!
Okay.
Just
What
like
am I
that, the
doing
Department
that
of Fish and
time?
Wildlife has a new base of operations.
I have no
Oh.
idea.
Now, we'll
The
need to hit the
man-eater.
ground running if we're going to have this place ready for something it hasn't
Oh
done
yeah,
in
man eater, 100%.
65 million
They were
years.
just loud as fuck. Some of
The
the things
bare
have
bones are
turned this cat
established,
down.
But
She's incredibly
before the
fucking
ones
loud.
covered in flesh
Eh.
and blood arrive, we'll need it fully
I
functioning.
was eaten by
Owen
an
and Claire
orca.
are already on site. They'll have more info for you. Dr. Dua will be coordinating your activities.
Why?
me.
I'm just a passive.
I'll be managing expectations and staying an arm's length away from the meatosauruses.
No. Oh,
Oh,
Lord.
wait. Arm's
And I went
length
to
is
bed
probably not
hella
the
early
best
yesterday. I went
choice
to bed at
of
like
words.
9 o'clock or
We may
something.
need some additional
I went to
hands on this.
bed
man.
super fucking
Mr.
early.
Lambert?
It was a problem.
Standing by and ready
Like-
to go.
Because
Well,
we didn't
just give the word.
sleep. We were
George
playing the
Lambert
all
is an
day.
expert ranger who worked with us in the islands and is now with the DFW.
Man.
He and
You know, I
Owen
went to
will deal with the
bed,
dinosaurs
like
while
I got
we address
home
the facilities.
after sleeping in the car
There are
for
a
like
number of
3-4
animals from your
hours.
previous captures that will be
And
coming
then
your
I
way
got
soon.
in the house, was on my
Delays are
computer for like all of like
unacceptable.
20-30 minutes, and I told
Understood.
Eden, I'm gonna go take a little nap,
We'll
Eden, I'll
start
be
with the
back.
construction of animal
Pass the fuck
enclosures.
out.
Just never
We'll
came
catch
back.
'em. You keep 'em.
Yeah.
Well, because like the thing with Sam, like basically when I'm asleep, he will not wake me up. Like he will let me sleep till it's like a problem that I've been asleep for so long, basically.
Oh no.
Like he'll come in there after I've been asleep for like 6 hours and be like, hey, you know it's like midnight and like we have like this thing to do, and I'm like, well, if only someone had woken me up sooner.
That's dumb. I thought he was just letting you sleep.
We have new
You know,
arrivals
that's
that will need
stupid.
food and housing.
Wake me up,
I'd
fella.
also suggest keeping
Yeah.
a close eye on these dinosaurs until they
Like
settle into their
he'll
surroundings.
decide he wants to
Lambert tried.
clean,
They've had a taste
so
of the
he'll let
wild.
me sleep,
Confinement
but then
may
he'll
not
come
sit
in there
well
with food and
them.
be like, all right, hey, we need to
Okay.
clean.
We make no
And I'm like, oh, what
assumptions
time
and
is it? He's
pay
like, oh,
attention
it's
to
like 2
all the
p.m. I'm like, oh,
details.
Good.
okay.
Remember, just like
Yep.
us, the dinosaurs are
They're-
always learning.
And you need to keep that
Yeah,
in
what
mind
you gotta
as
do
you
is
build
take
another
his phone
dinosaur
and then set an
habitat.
alarm before you go to bed,
Safety first.
where it literally
for
says, "Hey,
them
this is
and
Katie.
us.
Wake me up."
Get it built,
Wake me up.
then get the dinosaurs into the new enclosure.
Like, yeah,
That
yeah.
about cover it, Doc?
Be Katie, right here.
Perfectly.
You're not being hacked. I don't know. I don't care how cute I am sleeping. Wake me up. If you don't wake me up, those cheeks get clapped.
I love that because that's what I threaten Sam with like all the fucking time. Like
Yeah,
the
I know.
drop of a hat, he says something and be like, all right, listen, I'm gonna take your butthole. Like, shut up.
Oh no.
Oh, that's like one of the funniest things you've ever fucking said. You're like, keep talking crazy like that, I'm gonna fucking bend you over right here. I was
Yeah.
just like, Jesus Christ, James.
That's why I talk to Sam all the time. Like, I told him to like keep on talking to me like that. I will bend you over this desk right now. And he's just like, whoa, whoa, whoa. That's because like he knows that like I'm only half joking. Like I will actually do that shit to him.
Yeah.
Like I will bend you over this desk right now and feel no qualms about what I'm gonna do to you. And that's actually like funny like right now because Sam wants to watch The Boys so bad, but he needs like my Amazon Prime account because he got rid of his, I think. And I'm like, no. This is the show I'm forcing you to watch with me.
Damn.
Because Sam does this like cute little thing where like you like watch a show with him and then he'll go all the way ahead of you and finish the show without you. And be like, oh hey, I want to watch The Boys with you, and he's like, oh I already watched it. Like, oh, I guess go fuck myself.
Wow.
This shit makes me so mad.
I'm not sure I'll ever be fully comfortable
So,
at the park, but the lab
I'm
coach
pretty
will
sure
make
when he
sure
gets
the
home, he's still gonna
dinosaurs
watch it
are,
without
so
me.
That's a job you should stay on top of.
No, I'm still gonna be like, listen, we are watching the show together. Because I think I'm ahead of him now, because I'm in season 2. And Eden's ahead of us, because he's in season 3. But yeah, no, like, I am absolutely watching the shit out of The Boys when I get home from work. At least for like 1 or 2 episodes.
Yeah, Or and I think we watch a show independently of each other, and then we just meet up and talk about it.
You know, me and Sam should do that. Like, to be fair, like that kind of happens. It just depends on how Sam is feeling that day. Just if you can believe it. Cause yeah, like he wanted me to watch Shameless with him, and then he just kept watching like way ahead of me, and I'm like, all right, well, cool. Guess I'm not watching Shameless. And he's like, you're not gonna watch Shameless. I'm like, nope. I'm like, you're already so ahead of me. What's the point? Because he's on like season like 5 or 6. I'm on season 1. I'm like, all right, cool. Like, there's nothing here for me.
Well, it's like I tell my friend who was watching One Piece, because like I've started One Piece from the very beginning over multiple times. Like from like I usually end at like episode 230, and I just restarted from there because I forget what happens.
Yeah.
But I made the committed effort to be like, no, I'm gonna fucking watch all this shit now as an adult, and I'm gonna fucking remember it. And so far it's been working. And he was just like, oh man, there's so many episodes, I can't watch 1,000 episodes. I'm like, listen, you've watched over 1,000 episodes of The Simpsons. And he was just like, what? I'm like, The Simpsons has been around since fucking what, the late 80s, early 90s? And you watched it until maybe fucking 2010, 2015. And he's like, yeah, you're right. I mean, you've seen over 1,000 episodes. Easily. And he's just like, damn, you're right. I'm like, yeah, just sit down, an hour a day. That's all you gotta do. He's like, well, it'll take me fucking forever. Like, okay, but you're not on a time limit, bitch. Like, we got somewhere to be. Watch 1 hour a day. That's all you gotta do. 2 episodes. Bam, bam. Like, watch 1 episode when you're going to work. 1 episode when you're coming back on the bus. That's it. That's all you gotta do. So he's been doing that. And he's like, oh man, yeah, your technique works. Like, it's not a technique, bitch. It's just basic fucking time management.
No. Not basic time management in this economy.
Yeah. He's like, what are you fucking doing on the bus when you're going to and from? Oh, I'm checking Facebook and shit. Like, okay, well, instead of being a fucking boomer, watch anime.
Not being a
Use an
boomer.
exposition center. Get one built.
What are you fucking checking your emails and shit? Seeing if your grandkids left you any messages? You dumb bitch. Watch One Piece.
Oh no.
I watched the entirety of Black Clover in like 4 days. I just sat there and I just watched the shit. Just watch it. Just bam, 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 we're done. And he's like, I don't know how you do that. I'm like, it's called sitting down and watching. He's like, yeah, but you're doing other shit at the same time. It's like, I have the ability to multitask. I'm breaking it down, parting it down for you. Watch 1 hour a day. You can't do my 4-screen no jutsu technique. That's what I'll do. Like, I watched Naruto Shippuden from the very beginning to the start of the Ninja War over the course of like 3 or 4 days. I skipped the filler seasons because there are like 6 or 7 seasons that are just nothing but filler, that have no plot, and like no plot significance at all. They're just things that happen in the show that are relevant. So I skipped those. So like all like the actual like mainline plot, what I did is I took 4, because I had it all torrented, so I put them on Windows Media Player Home Classic, and I put 4 screens up and 4 episodes in sequential order. and I would just
Now
watch
for the
them at
bad
twice
news,
speed in
which
the
I
entire
always
fucking
hate
thing. You're like,
getting,
there's
but
no way you
honestly,
can watch
kind
4
of
screens
enjoy
at once
giving.
at twice speed. I'm like, I'm reading the
These
subtitles.
animals are
And they're like,
arriving
you're not
with an
watching it though.
unknown
And I'm just like, if
disease,
something
and
interesting,
we've
something is
got to
interesting,
get
I'll
a
pause
handle
them
on it
and I'll look at that
post-haste.
one scene and then I
That's
keep going.
management
I'm
speak
absorbing
from
all the
PDQ, huh?
information at an incredibly
Pretty damn
fucking
quick.
fast speed. It's like, oh, I couldn't do that. I'm like, yeah, no, because you're an idiot.
We can diagnose this disease with scans from our mobile veterinary unit. We'll get it under control before too long.
That's good.
Yeah, I get it.
Let's get to work.
They're ninjas. They're punching. They're throwing knives. They're turning into logs. I get it. But why are they doing it? What is fucking happening? All the information right there. Bam, 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 bam. We're done.
Oh my god.
The only thing I don't do that with are like romance anime. I want to be there. I want every ooh, I want every blush. I want it all there. I want to see it. I want to smell it. I want to live it.
I want to live it.
No.
You wanna ooh?
Shonen, yeah. Every like shonen anime, I could give less of a fuck what's happening. Like I get it, it's the power of friendship. Ah, Sasuke, Naruto. Yeah, I don't care. Give me the information.
Oh no.
That's when people are just like, Naruto is the greatest anime ever. It's like, you must not have seen much anime.
Like, because that's like one of Sam's favorite animes. Well, I think like people like it so much because it's like the first anime they ever watched, probably.
Yeah, I would call it baby's first anime, 100%. Baby's first shonen is what I call it.
I know.
Baby's first shonen. That's not wrong.
No. Yeah.
Because I know
Something that's
Sam's
really dumb,
like
too.
really into it.
Yeah, because Naruto, I forgot how many episodes it has, but it's almost rivaling One Piece. Like, it ended, and then Boruto started, so I'm counting it as all one thing. But it's like, the amount of episodes that Naruto has, episodes that One Piece had before it hit 1,000, are actually pretty similar. People won't give One Piece a chance because of its art style, which is fucking stupid, because that show's art style is fantastic. Like, yeah, but the characters are so ugly, and it's like, that's the point. They're distinct fucking characters, because there's no way you could have a cast of hundreds of characters and remember them all if they looked more or less the same. All the characters are weird looking and goofy to have a thing about them. So you go, oh, I can't remember the fucking, he's the fat guy with the beard. Oh, that guy. As opposed to, oh, generic anime character number 637. Oh, yeah, sure.
Uh,
That's why, like, I hated, the people hated the Ninja Theory Devil May Cry remake. Because, like, I love that game. That game is fantastic. It had some weird mechanical issues that they fixed with the remaster of it. But I love what they call the emo Dante, because like that's a cool looking fucking character. Like that's a really unique looking guy, and I like it. Like the regular Devil May Cry Dante is just generic anime man number 487, and that's
have to
how he was
understand
designed to
something.
look. He was just a white-haired
Lauren
anime
and I
boy,
signed on to
and
this
it's like he doesn't
project
look
because
at
we want
all
what is
anything
best
special.
for
He's
the
just a dude.
dinosaurs.
They kind of like aged him up
Not for them to be
5, so he's like an
exploited
old man
or
Dante now, so
engineered,
that gives him kind of like a
hacked and
unique little
spliced
edge to
and
him. But DMC 1
compromised.
through 3, he was
They
just
deserve a
a
chance at
white-haired
life
anime
as much as
protagonist.
any
That's
other
boring as
living
dick.
creature.
Honestly, perhaps even more. As the miracle of science.
Yeah,
gave
That's why
us
I'm glad
its
like
crazy.
Platinum makes all the guys like really
So,
unique and interesting.
do
Like
the
Bayonetta's
research,
fucking great,
find
Beautiful
the
Joe's
cure,
great.
then
Fucking
let's
all the
use it.
Wonderful 101 characters are
Dinosaurs
completely
die.
off the wall crazy.
Yeah, and listen, that's not going to happen.
Yeah, but Naruto just falls into the category of like all the characters are just unique. Because like they're all part of a clan, so they all more or less look the same, which really makes no fucking sense. Like just because we're related doesn't necessarily mean that we're related.
yeah, no, that's fair.
Like particularly the guy with the dog. Like all the guys just look the same. It's like, bro,
Yeah,
like are you also part dog?
I like legitimately forget like who is who in that show, and I have to ask Sam like who it is.
Yep.
Because I forget who is like I know the guy that says like what a drag all the time is like Shikamaru,
Shikamaru, yeah.
and I don't
Yeah.
I forget the guy with the dog all the fucking time. But I love that guy. I love his dog. That's what it is. I love the
Yeah.
dog more than him.
Yeah.
But I don't remember his name.
Akamatsu, I think.
Couldn't even fucking tell you.
Akamaru, I think his name is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Dr. Dua,
something like
this is
that.
Lambert.
Yeah.
I've just received word that you'd like us to increase our capture efforts. Can you
Yeah,
confirm?
it's great because like
Yes,
Shikamaru is
That's correct. We need to
100%
grow this
just
facility,
Shikamaru,
which
just
means
done
we need
again,
more animals.
and nobody's got a
It's
problem with
time
it
to
because
stress
everyone loves
test our
Shikamaru.
systems and make sure
Yeah.
we're capable of managing both the science
And
our
Shikamaru, the old
operations.
version of him, is
Understood.
just his
My
dad.
teams are standing by.
Like, so it's
still
great
have a
how,
number
like,
of
I don't know how their
dinosaurs in the
genetics
wild.
fucking work,
Plenty
but
of
like,
targets
when
to
they're
bring in.
young, they look the same. When they're
Perfect.
old, they look the same.
And
It's
yes,
like, what the fuck?
This will be an ongoing mission for us moving forward.
Violet, I don't know what you're saying right now. You are in the countryest of roads. This is like Mondo Country Road right now. You know, Violet, it's really funny because sometimes you'll be talking and I'm just like, And then all of a sudden it turns into like garble, 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 garble. I'm like, oh no.
Huh. What now?
That's better. You know, that's like Sam's favorite
Fucking
show
Discord.
is like Boruto and like Naruto, and then he really likes he's really into oh god, like just like random shows. He's like the biggest interest in. He gets like autistically like just like into shows. It's like the best way I can describe it. Like he gets so into it. Like he learns all about the shows and shit. Like it's kind of crazy, honestly.
Yeah, that's fine.
I mean, it's fine until it's like I want to watch a show with him, and then he just watches the whole thing without me. I'm like, all right, I guess I'll go fuck myself. He's like, oh, so like you're not gonna finish? You're like, no, there's no point. Like,
Yeah.
it's kind of me with like True Blood, because like we'll watch True Blood together, but like I've already seen True Blood so many times that I know what happens. But then there's shit that I don't know what happens. Like I forget. But Sam remembers like every little detail. Like I could ask him a question like with like Shameless today, and he could and he could tell me. And he watched that show like last year.
That's funny. Yeah, and if the show makes an impression, that's what you do. It's like I can basically recite the entirety of the Wonderful 101 by heart because I played that game so many fucking times. I was actually gonna post about it this weekend because I beat that game like regularly just to have a good solid cry because the game makes me cry every single fucking time I beat it. And I was just like, one of these days I'm not gonna cry when I beat this game, but today is not that day.
Today is not that day. Yeah, no,
'Cause, like,
I have a
I was talking about
problem.
one of my friends. They're like, you should play the game with a heart monitor.
Yeah. The heart monitor, and you just watch the heart sink and be sad. Turns into like the sad cat meme.
Well, it's like I don't get scared of horror games. So like they're like, oh, you should play a horror game with a heart monitor. I'm like, I don't really get scared like that. So like I think it'd be kind of boring just because like I'll play it. Like I need to have somebody who is scared with me so that they can actually react. I'll just play the game and they get scared on my behalf. But it's like if I wanted to have a heart monitor, it'd be for Wonderful 101 because my heart rate would be through the fucking roof. 'Cause I'm just so excited. Like fuck yeah, I'm protecting Earth.
Ah,
I can.
It's
I
like,
can
oh,
watch
spooky
it.
ghost.
eh.
I'll watch it with fucking.
What's that mean?
I'll watch with you.
Watch.
You play and I'll watch.
Yeah, because I got a bunch of horror games. I bought all those Japanese games that are like the like Night Delivery and all that shit that are like really scary. Like VTubers just shit their ass when they play it. But like I know that I wouldn't get scared of those kind of games.
I already watched it. The gameplay of it.
Yeah, because all of those games are like in a combo pack, so I got a whole bunch of them. Even ones like I haven't seen, like Yoko Ano is one of them that I haven't fucking played. There's like the convenience store game. There's a bunch of those that are just like really scary, weird looking games.
Oh, the convenience.
You know?
The ugly graphics.
Yeah, the terrible fucking graphics, but like the jump scares, it's fucking great.
I used to
Cheems
watch.
would just shit her ass. I know that.
Oh yeah, no, like don't even get me started. I am bitch made when it comes to scary games. Like that's just who I am. I am just bitch made.
I should run through Silent Hill 1 and 2 with you, because I don't think 1 would scare you, because it's a PS1 game, so the graphics aren't really that scary. Like, that game is more about subtext than anything else, so Silent Hill 2 is definitely a poop factory. We're just like, I don't like any part of this.
I don't like any part of this. Yeah, no, that's pretty accurate. Cause like I watched my uncle play like one of the Silent Hills, and I was like, yeah, I could not play this shit. Fuck that.
Yeah, they're pretty fucking intense. Like, I don't know why. That's probably why I am the way I am now, where it's like I played those games as a kid, so my ability to feel fear has been severely like deadened. Where I'm just like, I experienced existential dread at like 9.
Not existential dread.
Yeah.
No, you know what I noticed?
And then-
I've noticed that like all my friends are like super like depressed people. Like I had that like thought when I was at Cade's house, because Cade's going through it. Like Cade's going through it. Our friend D is going through it. Like everyone's fucking going through it, basically.
Yeah, that's by design. That's a cultural fucking shift that's being implemented artificially. They want everyone to be upset. They want everyone to be depressed. They want everyone hooked on fucking drugs. That's a very serious thing that's happening.
Yeah, but it's like they're all sad because like D's having issues. So Violet, I kind of know what you're gonna say to this, and I might be right there with you, depending on what it like how you feel. So D, our good friend D, he is in love with this girl who he's dated before.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And they broke up because she cheated on him.
Yeah, as you do.
And now they hung out recently again. And she was like, "Oh, like I'm gonna marry you. Like I want to get back together with you."
Nope.
Yeah, that's where it is.
Absolutely not.
I was waiting for it. Yeah, there.
Yeah, no, you're smoking crack. After someone cheats on you, that's a level of trust that you will never be able to fucking get back. No, even if they do change, even if they completely stop doing what they're fucking doing, you're going to constantly have that thought in the back of your head. And even if you try to avoid it, when you fight, you're gonna bring that shit up because it's completely fucking valid to do so. Like that's absolutely not. You don't take back cheaters. Spoiled milk never gets better in the fridge. The best you can hope for is cottage cheese, and you can't put that shit on cereal. Fuck that noise.
So yeah, basically that is the way that it is right now. And
yeah, no, he's doing that to himself, and he needs friends. Tell him no.
See, we have, in so many words, like we have, like they were like childhood best friends and whatever the fuck, and she cheated on him. But he still loves her like a lot. Like I feel so bad for him. Like I really do, because he doesn't deserve that. No one deserves to be treated like that. Because like I was talking to him, and you know, like he would lean over to me and he'd be like, "Man, you know, Cheems, I really hate that I'm so in love with this girl." And I'm like, "I hate it too." And he's like, "Why do you hate it?" And I'm like, "Because it's making you sad. What do you mean?"
I gotta hear about it. I'm more upset than you are.
No, I would hear Donovan out for anything like that. Because like he's a cool guy. Like he's genuinely like a cool guy. And I felt bad like most of the time we were there. Like he wasn't really like social with us. Like he's just kind of sitting there on his phone, like waiting for her to text him. And I'm just like, damn.
Nah, yeah, that's the kind of shit you need to block that bitch's number and remove it from your life. That hoe is not interested in you. She cheated on you once. She's gonna do it again. And even if she doesn't, she still did it the first time. I have a 0 strike policy with that shit.
Yeah, no, like I felt so bad that D's just like.
Yeah, I mean, guys need to go through it. He just needs to fucking be sad about it for a long period of time, and then eventually he'll just get over it. Just let him be.
Yeah. I mean, he'll
Because the harder you try to fucking
feel...
pull him apart, the more they want to be into it. It's fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Just let him.
No, I just love D to pieces, and Cade, because I feel bad for Cade too. But yeah, D's situation is he loves this girl who, I mean, she says that she loves him, but like, come on, like if you're gonna cheat on someone, you don't actually love them. There's no way.
Well, yeah, you don't say words mean nothing. Actions mean everything, and your actions prove you don't love me. The argument that I love the arguments that hoes make too. Oh, I was confused. I didn't know who I was. Bitch, I know who you are. A fucking hoe ass cheater. Get the fuck out of my face.
Yeah, it's pretty accurate.
Because believe me, if it had been the other way around, oh, you ain't shit for that, you a fuck boy, oh, I don't want no scrubs, oh, you a cheat. Nah, have that same energy for these hoes. If they're out here fucking cheating, go. Put your ass in a cheater only lobby. You ain't playing with me no more.
No. The accuracy.
Yeah, I have no tolerance for that kind of shit. Because I understand what he's going through. Like, up until I divorced my ex-wife, I still love my ex-wife. I didn't cheat on her. She cheated on me. So it's just like, bruh. And then I went through the whole period where I thought that nobody would ever love me ever again. And then I met Luna, and then I thought it was like my second chance to love. And then she broke my heart to the absolute fucking maximum. Reduced that shit to atoms. And then I was the way I was for a long time. And then my current wife is just like, hey, this empty space where the heart is, I'm just going to live here. I'm like, no, I want to be angry. She's like, yeah, no, I don't care. I'm living here now. I was like, fine.
Fine. Cute.
It's my choice. And she was like, nah, I don't care. I'm living here now. Where do I put my stuff?
Where do I put my stuff? I think that's funny because it's like y'all are, like with you guys, y'all are like my favorite couple. Like no contest whatsoever.
I love my wife, and my wife loves me. The first time in a long time, because like she was talking about, like, I'm not going anywhere and this and that. And I'm like, listen, I've heard that so many times from so many fucking girls. Like, this is the first time that I actually fucking believe it. You move, you hoe ass bitch.
Yeah,
This slope-headed motherfucker sees me fucking, because there's a semi-truck merging off an off-ramp to my right. I'm blinking that I'm moving left. This stupid mouth-breathing slope-headed Cro-Magnon motherfucker sees me merging and just continues to go fucking forward. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna give you the old fucking whiplash with my trailer, you dumb bitch, because I'm not getting fucking T-boned because you're stupid. Anyway, so I love my wife, and for the first time in a while, like, you know, I actually fucking believe her. Because like, girls have been like, oh yeah, you know, like, I'm never going anywhere, you know. So many times by so many people, and they all just peace out. But it's like with you, I genuinely believe that.
no,
I have no reason to not believe
so
that.
fucking cute. It hurts.
Yeah. I get embarrassed about my work sometimes.
That's so cute.
It's cute, and I love her.
Alright, cool. I cannot afford these hoes. I also can't build a fucking facility. That's not good. It's not good for anybody. Especially me.
Do those games have multiplayer? The fucking Evolution game?
I will tell you right now, they do not. I'm pretty sure. Oh my god, is that
That's a
Eden?
shame.
They just let anyone in here.
Jesus
Ah,
Christ.
damn.
Okay.
Hi Eden.
Alright.
So
So
Eden,
busy.
I was gonna say, are you still zooted?
I'm just busy at this fucking point. Mostly because I need food.
You know, I haven't eaten today, so
Asset transportation complete.
I have yet to eat. I just haven't done it yet.
And it also didn't help that I was also like crossfaded, so
Yeah. You know, Eden, I still don't feel like 100% sober right now.
Oh god.
really?
Yeah, I still feel like not as bad as I was yesterday, obviously. But like I still feel pretty like, damn, I'm not sober. I'm gonna go to work all paranoid and shit. I forgot what fucking enclosure you just send this fella to. It's this one.
I hate going to fucking Kenzie. Bullshit.
It's bullshit.
Yeah, because like so I've got a chassis with no container on it right now, so I just got wheels, and I have to go to a place called Illinois Transport, and it has a whole bunch of boxes that they put on the wheels, and that area is so cramped and so fucking like inhospitable for trucks. I fucking hate it when they send me there. I'm like, bro, this is the worst fucking spot. It'd be like if you showed up to work, Cheems, and the entirety of the warehouse is nothing but the tower, and everyone's in the tower the entire day.
Man, fuck that.
Like that's the only way I can describe it. Like it's fucking terrible.
Yeah, I'm not about that
He's like, yo,
action.
man, I don't want to be in the tower. Put me somewhere else. Like, oh, don't worry, we got you in the tower. Like, oh, you have the choice of the tower or the tower. Like, interesting.
The chest in the tower or the tower.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are your two choices, Cheems. It's like, oh, when you put it that way, I guess I'll just go fuck myself.
Right. As long as you're fucking yourself in the tower, then it's okay. You're like, goddamn.
Basically.
Go to the bathroom. Also the tower.
Bro, that's how it feels some days. Like, I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like, that's how it really does feel some days. I'm sitting there like, damn.
It really do be like that.
Like, even today, I'm like, man, I have no idea what I'm doing at work today. Because I don't think I'm, like, sorting, like, the, like, smalls and shit anymore. Because there was another lady that was doing that. And I, like, took over her job, basically. Because she had, like, hand surgery or some shit.
And they should put you back in that spot, because then she can help with the fucking slack.
Yeah, like, someone else, like, honestly, I don't know if, like, Camille will, like, is still working there. Because every day I talk to Camille, she's always talking about how she's quitting, how this job doesn't pay her enough, and I'm like, alright. Like, I'm not sure you want me to say, go off, do whatever you want to do.
Right. Yeah, exactly. I ain't your daddy.
Yeah, but every...
Bitch, I don't know your life.
Bitch, I don't know your life. But yeah, like, every day she tells me, like, oh yeah, I'm gonna quit. And I'm like, okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna quit.
Yeah, I mean, I like, all right, cool. Like, you're telling me, and I'm listening to you, but like, all right, I hope you find a good job.
Do I fucking care? I do not.
Well, cause she has like 5 kids, so I'm like, yeah, like, do whatever's good for your kids. Like, don't let me stop you from, you know, working a job that you're not getting paid enough at. I understand. I get it. Cause yeah,
I'm gonna turn left on.
cause like she has 5 kids. Like, bro, that's so many fucking kids.
Yeah, that's quite a lot of kids.
I mean, it's nothing compared to like the 50 that, you know, you and Aura are gonna have, but
Well, that's true.
No!
She looks like that's too little. You're right. We should bump it up to like 100.
uh,
No! Stop adding!
She screams and it just hurts like saying no and dissipates into the void.
it's
That's fun.
too cute.
I don't know where I even came up with that originally. Like, 'cause I've been saying that even when we were dating. Like, I'd always fucking tell her we're gonna have 50 kids, and she's like, "No." I'm like, "You're right. That's too few kids. 100." And she's like, "What?" And it's like, "More? Man, you want a lot?" And she's like, "No."
It's too funny. I just imagine Aura's like, no, 2 kids max. Like, oh, so you mean 200? And it's just like, "Wee."
Yeah. Yep. One. That's basically how it is every time. Yep.
No. No. What would I do?
Yeah, realistically, I want to have one of each. I want to have 2 kids total, but we'll see how it goes.
You never know.
Because having a boy now is exceedingly rare. Like, fucking, I don't know what the hell's going on now. Like, my John's brother is the only person I know in my friend group that has a boy. Everybody else has girls. Like, my dungeon master, he wanted to have at least one son, but he has 2 daughters. And his feminist ass wife is all like, and I'm just like, man, you poor man.
You poor man.
And then his brother also has 1 daughter. So, like, there's, like, no one else to continue the bloodline.
You know, my mom, like, she kind of wants me to have a baby, and I'm like, no, I don't want to have a baby. And she's like, you should have a baby. I'm like, no, I'm good.
Me and Mommy Cheems are on the same page.
No,
Well,
Knock
my
up that
mommy-
possum.
knock up the
My
possum.
mommy said, Jim, my mommy said, before I met my puppy, she was like, give me some grandchild.
Yeah,
I don't care who's the, I don't care who's the father, just give me,
just give me.
just give me a grandchild.
It's too funny.
Just leave the father.
Just leave the father.
Terrible.
That's so funny. Bro, this is the same dinosaur. What the fuck? This is the same photo of the same dinosaur, bro. What the fuck? This the same fucking dinosaur. Oh, hold on. Let me take off my glasses and put them back on. Make sure I'm wearing them. Bro, that's the same dinosaur, but it has different names. Am I tripping? Bro, that's the same dinosaur. Fuck that.
Are you still up?
You know, it feels like I am. I'm not gonna lie to you, Aura. I don't know how.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't done anything for days, and I'm just out here still feeling it, apparently.
No, the after
Is that what you smoke? You smoke crack?
Well, it's not crack I smoke, I'll tell you that for free. Bro, what the fuck?
Oh, the poor lost dog.
Oh, that reminds me, Sam almost fucking ran over a dog whenever we were going to Texas.
Oh no.
Like, to Sam's credit, the dog was, like, legitimately, like, in the fucking way. Like, it ran out in the street, being a menace at, like, 6, 7 in the morning.
Jeez.
And Sam's like, I don't want to hit the dog, but, like, goddamn, it's in my way.
Bitch, are you fucking for real?
And that's
Okay,
how Sam
good.
was to the dog. Like, that's what I'm telling you. I don't have
I almost hit dogs every day. Nothing new to me.
You know, I need y'all to give me like 2 minutes. I gotta think about how I'm gonna do this enclosure. This is what I don't like about the game, is like fucking the dinosaurs are like, ew, no, I don't want to hang out with that motherfucker. And it's like, damn.
Yum.
I guess, bro.
Dinosaurs are very clicky.
Oh no.
Visible dinosaur, where?
This hoe ass bitch right here. So when I was making this fucking turn, right? Making a right turn in a semi is a huge fucking pain in the dick hole. It's awful. It's awful. Sorry.
Yeah.
So fucking I'm sitting there and I'm turning, and there's a guy in the middle lane who sees me and he starts backing up to give me fucking room. I look over and there's this stupid ass bitch just sitting there, dead fish eyes, looking forward, just not moving at all. It's like, ho, you see me turning here, and she's like, I don't give a fuck, bitch. I'm gonna sit right here. It's like, all right, sit right here when your fucking insurance claim goes up and you got hit by a truck, you stupid cunt.
I hate that shit. I hate when drivers don't give the fucking truck drivers room at all, especially when they're turning or when they're backing up.
Yep. Fucking annoying as hell.
It pisses me
I just
off.
narrowly dodged this fucking light pole too. This is like, I hate being in this fucking area, bro. Like, drivers here are fucking stupid with a hard R. Turns are way too goddamn tight. It's fucking bullshit. And since there's always fucking shootings and shit, like they've closed down entire like areas, so like there's nowhere for you to fucking go, because like the one street that you can drive your truck on is blocked because of a fucking gang shooting. It's like, fucking hell, this ghetto ass fucking area.
Confirming asset delivery. Asset delivered.
Yeah, I'm hoping for at least 2 kids. That's gonna be my goal.
At least 2 kids. I mean, that's fair though. 2 is a
Yeah,
pretty
that's a normal amount of kids.
Yeah, it's a respectable number of kids, I would say.
I have 9 amount of kids, so I'm good too.
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause I remember too, like that feminist girl that I was dating, Luna. She was just a hardcore stupid ass with a fucking hard R, and she was just like, I hope you never have a daughter because you want to treat her right. And I'm like, do I treat you wrong? And she was like, no. I'm like, okay, you're stupid, you dumb bitch.
Oh no. I treat you wrong. It's like, no, you dumb bitch.
Yeah, it's just like, bro, I fucking treat you like a goddamn fucking princess, and you're over here, I fucking saying because I'm a man, I'm gonna treat our daughter improperly. Like, our daughter would just be a version of you.
Yeah.
So why would I treat it incorrectly? Stupid ass bitch for that.
Stupid ass bitch. Oh my god, bro. Violet.
Nah, I was way too nice to that girl.
Yeah,
bro. Like,
no, for real.
After her, I just I was way too nice because like I never even like swore at her really. Like at the very end, I kind of just like let her have it with that fucking thing. It's like, bro, I hope to God, like, you better hope that your looks never fade and that you stay young and beautiful forever. Because when people have to start judging you based on your personality, you're gonna be fucked. And that just completely just broke her entirely. And I was like, yeah, bitch.
Oh no.
But after that, bro, I just became a fucking menace. I see fucking girls giving me looks in the street. Bitch, what the fuck you looking at? Eyes on your own paper. The fuck?
The fuck? Oh no.
I was looking at me in the fucking elevator at the dentist's office. Get the fuck out of here. I don't give a fuck. my mom was like, she's looking at you. I don't give a shit.
I don't give a
Bitch started just doing that. I told you, fucking, she was over there looking at me, and I was like, what? And she was like, oh, and like started like walking, very, very fast out of the elevator. And I was like, don't do that. She was looking at you, and I was like, I don't give a fuck, bitch.
The bitch.
Bitch.
Oh my god.
I don't give a semblance of a fuck.
I give
Shit.
a semblance of a fuck. Oh my god.
That's what I'm saying. Like me being with my wife now is just like the universe is like, hey, this guy's becoming too powerful. We need to nerf him.
We need to nerf him. Oh my god.
I mean, 'cause it was at the fucking point where like I'd be with my homies or whatever, and they'd be kicking it, and their bitch would be fucking tripping, bro, just on some bullshit. And like he'd be like, hey, I set aside time to go hang out with the boys like way in advance. You know what's going on. Oh, I didn't get a babysitter, so you got to stay home. He's like, no, that's not how that's gonna fucking work. I told you like 3 months ago that that I'm going out, so figure it out. And she's like, no, you're staying here. And I'm like, no, bitch, he going out. And then she was like, fuck, don't talk to me like that. Like, I did. Say something. And she shut the fuck up. It's like, I will slap the ever-living shit out of you, bitch. Come at me all fucking crazy like that. Someone else has to fucking pay the price because you're irresponsible? Nah, ho. If you ain't doing shit, looks like you babysitting tonight, bitch.
Looks like you babysitting tonight.
Yeah, the fuck? Yeah, it'd be one thing if dude was just like off a bean, just dipping out, like, hey, peace, I'm gonna be on for like 2 days in Vegas, you take care of the kids. He's like, no, hey, I'm gonna go out on this day at this time with these people, get a babysitter if you wanna go do shit. And she just figured that she would just pull the same bitch card that she always does and just not take care of shit and have him fucking, dance with it. And it's like, nah, I'm his friend, so that shit ain't gonna happen, bitch.
That shit ain't gonna happen, bitch. Oh
Yeah,
man,
100%.
that's too funny.
I'm far too old and far too angry to take shit from hoes. Absolutely not. I don't give a fuck. What's funny though is that they'll look at their man and he'll just look at the ground like, hey, no, he's right. Goddamn right. Don't look at him. He ain't gonna help you.
Don't look at him.
This is between you and me, ho.
This is between you and me. Oh no. Oh god, it's so funny. Like Violet, I don't know if I've ever told you, but like you are like so funny. Like, good lord. Like some of the shit you say, I'm like, god damn. Oh,
It's the truth. You can ask Jamross. If we ever get Jamross into the fellas, like he can tell you shit about me that even I don't remember. He's like, this motherfucker is wild.
Oh, no.
Like, yeah.
Oh no, not wild. I mean,
the
I
fucking worst
believe
part is
it,
like
though.
I didn't used to be, bro.
I didn't
Like I used to be
used
fucking so chill and so nice and so sweet. Motherfuckers made me this way. It's like, alright.
Like here we are.
Yeah,
you
you made me
did
this way. Now it's everybody's problem.
Yeah, no, it's
Yeah, 100%.
everybody's problem. That's how it feels sometimes, though.
I wanted to be a Disney prince. You motherfuckers made me into the Beast. So that's just how this shit is now. I don't give a fuck. Because I remember, like, I was telling one of my friends about this shit. He's like, bro, would you really hit a woman? And I was like, listen, in today's fucking society, equal rights and lefts, bitch. I don't give a shit. 'Cause I remember, like, when I was in high school, it's the only time I've ever, like, hit a woman, like, that I can remember recently. And it's, like, 20 fucking years ago almost. But fucking, we were doing, like, something in gym. And there were these girls that had put, like, a disposable camera on the floor, but then were, like, doing pull-ups above it. And I realized that, hey, if they forget that it's there, they're going to step on it. So I just moved it out of the way, like, to the right or to the left of them. So it was still in their area, just not under their feet. So they don't break their fucking camera. So then someone saw me do that and then got fucking mad as fuck and acted like I was trying to steal it. And I was like, bitch, I'm going to steal a half-used disposable camera? Like, the fuck is you on, bro? And they're just like, no, you were trying to steal it, admit it, blah, blah. I'm like, listen, it's right there. like what the fuck kind of thief moves their shit to the left a little bit and is like, yeah, I'm gonna get that shit later when it's in their sight. Like, you stupid as a bitch. So like a bunch of them just like surrounded me, started pushing me, and I'm like, hey yo, I'm gonna ask you nicely, cut that shit out. Cut that shit out. And they didn't fucking stop. And I just bam slapped this bitch hard as fuck. And like I guess at the time she was still getting her fucking her hair braided and like beads put in it. So they didn't like tie it up at the very end. I slapped that bitch so hard her fucking braids fucking fell out of her hair. So you just heard like slap, tick, 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 all the little fucking braids coming on the ground. And it's like, sorry, bitch. And they all just backed the fuck down. And I was like, oh, it ain't that fucking, you ain't that hard when motherfuckers can hit back. I see how it is.
Well, yeah, because
like, have you really hit that bitch? And I was like, I will fucking goddamn Doctor Strange slap the soul out of your body, coming at me with that stupid shit. I will have your ass astral projecting. Don't fuck with me.
Don't fuck with me. Oh my god. Alright, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna change modes real quick. Yeah, that's crazy though, because I don't know. I believe like in this day and age, like I believe if a person puts their hands on you, you have full right to put your hands on them. That's because like my mom's always told me that. Yeah. Like me and my brother, if anyone puts their hands on you and they're trying to hurt you, fucking rock their shit, bro.
Yep, absolutely. No shame in that game. Fuck them up.
Yeah.
This whole notion of like, oh, you never hit a woman. I mean, is a woman supposed to hit me? Because she's doing it. Oh, well, she's a woman. Her hits aren't gonna hurt you. If she hits you in the fucking balls, if she scratches you in the fucking eye, if she punches you in the fucking throat, ain't nobody fucking just gonna tank that shit. You're fucking stupid. Plus, you wouldn't have that same energy if a small man attacked a bigger man. If a small dude got fucking like if someone incredibly tiny got fucking loud with Scrum and Scrum just fucking knocked his head off, he'd be like, yeah, damn bitch, you shouldn't have fucked with a dude who's 6'4", 300 something pounds. So have that same energy for women. If you're stupid as fuck and small as hell, don't be fighting with big motherfuckers. They will straight up just send your ass to the shadow realm, and that's entirely your fault.
Yeah, basically.
Well, they only act that hard because they know that if they do anything, all they got to do is cry, and a bunch of other dudes will come protect them. It's like, nah, that shit ain't happening no more. You see that shit on the subway now? Like, hoes will get crazy with a dude. He'll slap the shit out of that bitch. And then they're like, oh, where are the real men who would have stopped this? The real men are fucking sitting there minding their goddamn business on the phone.
Research into
they ain't fucking with that. Oh, should have kept their mouth shut.
For a dinosaur led us to this.
It's crazy.
Life unlike
Because there have been cases, bro, where girls will start a fight with a dude, and then the guys who come save her, like, they'll get fucking charges pressed, and the bitch will roll over on them and act like fucking she had nothing to do with it. It's like, nah, we ain't out here saving these hoes. They made it very clear we're a bicycle to their fish, that we're not needed.
For
enjoy.
Jurassic Park to succeed,
enjoy this fucking lawless world you created, you dumbass bitch.
For all your guests. This is the
Unless you my wife or Cheems, I don't give any semblance of a fuck.
Any semblance of a fuck.
I was born with a genetic defect. My body can't produce chill or fucks. I'm sorry.
Oh no.
Giving a fuck in this economy? Nah.
Oh hey Eden.
In this economy?
Eden.
What?
I'm on season 2 of The Boys now. That shit got crazy.
I told you.
Bruh. Like, Eden, you don't understand. I was not ready for that shit, Eden. I was zooted as fuck, like, yo, wait a minute.
But it is missing what it once had until we bring them back.
And then I went to bed and I was like, alright. No, I was telling Violet, I'm like, yeah, I'm purposely not giving Sam my Amazon Prime password because I don't want him to have that shit.
Glad to see you getting settled in.
No, because I know what he's gonna do. He's gonna watch the whole show without me. Then when I watch, he's gonna be like, "Oh, did you see this happen yet?"
Thank you, Dr. Hammond.
I was pulling shit hard as hell.
Yeah.
Oh, right then. As Dr. Hammond,
and I'm just like, listen.
John has already told you, our goal is to get Jurassic Park.
Like, I want to watch this with Sam specifically.
As we can. We are literally.
I was sweating just now. I thought this bridge was 13 feet 4 inches. I was like, oh no. Oh, mama, please.
Mama. Mama. Mama, please.
Yeah, because, like, we can't go into bridges that are 13... Because 13.6 is the minimum. We can't go anything lower than that. Otherwise, you'll just shear the top of your truck off. So I was coming through. I thought the bitch was fucking 13.4. I was like, oh, no. Oh, mama.
Oh, mama.
Doing things that were considered
There,
impossible.
and I have subtitles.
So it
kind
will
of
be a
important.
challenge.
Making the impossible.
I don't think
glad
anyone's
I made the
watching
right
me
choice.
though.
Yes,
But
yes,
it's
I
okay.
rather like that.
Sorry. You're hanging out with the boys.
I'm just getting it out
We will
there.
need to prep the facility for the dinosaurs. Begin with a functioning visitor center and a science center. And remember that both must be connected to pathways. Oh, and power as well.
Man,
I can see that
lady,
all
shut your
is in
ass
good
up.
hands. Do carry on.
We'll keep you updated.
Splendid. Absolutely splendid.
I want to see that new movie because apparently it's terrible. The new Jurassic Park.
I heard it got like a 31 on Rotten Tomatoes, and I was like, no.
Well, the second one was really bad too, so that stands to reason. Like I tell you, fucking Bryce Dallas Howard outruns a Velociraptor, and then fucking at some point Chris Pratt chokes out a Dilophosaurus, and I was like, you're fucking smoking crack.
See, now I have to see it. Like that's the part where
Yeah,
I was
that's
like,
why I
all
wanna see
right,
it.
listen. I does this have to know.
Park has a top
It's on
geneticist.
Subway, so when Violet gets home, we can
Dr.
stream it.
Henry Wu.
Yeah.
I should expect that
Oh,
you'll
for
be
sure, for
meeting
sure.
him soon. That is, if you haven't already.
Yeah, I'm heading
I've
up to
settled in and
Minnesota
ready to get
after I'm done
started.
with this bullshit. So
So if we're to get the dinosaurs we want, we
I'll
first
plenty of
need a
time to
hatchery.
watch.
If you could construct one, then my staff and I can get to work.
I was doing an early short stream.
Oh no.
You give me the release. Yes. Okay. Good.
And I'm slowly drinking this Gatorade right now. This is what we have left over from our trip. We had Gatorade in the car, like little mini Gatorades. We have like zero food in the house.
Oh no.
Yeah, so however much I get paid this week is going right to groceries, and the internet bills do.
Nanner's birthday.
Oh, cool.
Go by and say hi.
Good for Nanners, even though I don't watch them.
I love Nyan. I've been a fucking Yanners fan since like she was doing like lolly rap covers on YouTube.
Yeah, I watched a video about Nanners, actually. It was pretty interesting. Like the dark side of Nanners.
Shut the fuck up, the dark side of Yanners.
Oh, essentially, like I heard that like she like said the N-word and some other questionable things,
Velociraptors.
but I'm like, I don't watch her anyway,
Yeah.
so it's no skin
Both
off my
double
ass.
raptors.
Well, I mean, she would say it like
I
in
know
the
you may have
songs. If
concerns,
it was
but
part of the song, she
both
would just
John
say
and
it.
I agree that
'cause
they
that's the
represent
fucking
some of our
song.
most viable
And
candidates.
anybody that gets
You'll need
offended
to
of anyone
synthesize
saying
their
the
eggs
N-word,
using
they say the
available
N-word.
genome
That's usually
research
how
I
that shit fucking
provided.
goes. And they
And
just
of
want a virtue
course,
signal about
let
it.
me know the
Who gives a fuck
results
it's
the
a word?
moment you have them.
Yeah, I mean, I personally don't care. I've never cared about that kind of thing. Like, I
Yeah,
don't
it's fucking
say it,
stupid.
but that's because I don't want to say it. Like, Sam's trying to be like, oh yeah, no, babe, it's okay, you can say it. No, it's okay, I don't want to say it. Oh, why not? I'm good. All it takes is one person hearing me say that shit to be like, oh,
Our first synthesis
Cheems
was
said the
unsuccessful,
N-word.
which means that
Yeah.
we clearly have room for improvement.
It's also Nanners has
But
so
we
many
don't
fucking
stop.
haters because like even when
We
she
get
got started
better.
and she was like a nobody
I've
like
identified
YouTuber,
some areas
people
in
would
the
fucking
synthesis
like there was
process
one
that
time
need
where
further
she
research.
wrote she did
See
a
what you
cover
can learn at the
and then
Science
someone
Center and get
copyright
back
claimed
to
it,
me.
and because YouTube is fucking stupid with a hard R, they don't actually like verify that the person making the claim is the actual like rights holder of the intellectual property. So what Nanners did, not knowing, because she was like 16 or 17 at the time, is she filled out the form, and the form asks you for your full government name, you know, your address, your phone number, all this shit. So in case it goes to court, you know, the lawyers will know where to send the information to. But what she didn't realize is that people were doing that just to get her information, so they could fucking dox her. And that's exactly what the fuck happened. So for like 2 years, her parents and her had like their phones constantly being blown up by hate mail and death threats and all sorts of bullshit. And I'm like, man, that's fucking pathetic, bro. Just because people just did like a pink cat on the internet.
Yeah, no, like that's extreme.
It's the hella fucking stupid. And even now, she's got fucking haters. But the fact that she's so successful now is the absolute best revenge because she's a fucking name now. She's got posters and billboards in
beginning with
Japan.
raptors?
She did a fucking concert
I'm
with
not sure
Kazuna
we're
Ai,
ready.
and I didn't torrent it.
Every precaution
That's
has
how
been
much I
taken.
care about the Neander's brand. Where it's like I'm
following
not
the
stealing your
science,
intellectual property.
And these dinosaurs are our best chance at success.
Like if pirates aren't pirating your
We've
shit,
learned so
like you know,
much,
it's like damn,
and
we want this shit to
continue
succeed.
learn as we move forward.
Tracks.
Yes, yes, of
Yep.
course. And I do understand your concern, Miss
Scrum Bunkadunk was
Every dinosaur carries a
texting me
certain amount of
earlier.
risk.
And it's our job to
brag
mitigate it
about
as
it.
much as
Yeah, for
possible.
real.
Keep the lawyers out of my hair and the dinosaurs safely and happily within their enclosures, and you shall have my eternal
Because
gratitude.
she was letting me know that
Dr.
my
Hammond,
stuff is like.
Does that mean we have your authorization
apparently
to proceed?
today it's supposed to be delivered. I'm like,
Yes.
oh yeah, no, I know.
Most
Watching that shit like a hog,
enthusiastically.
trust me. And then he sent me a picture of a lobster in like a sweater, and this is autism, and I'm like, oh. So that's how it's captioned. I'm like, yeah, probably. I don't know.
That's so fucking random.
Yeah, cause listen, I don't know shit about stuff like that. So
About lobsters.
well, about autism, but
Lobster.
thanks, Eden. No, I know I can count on you.
Lobster.
Man, Eden, bro, legitimately, I did not think that Homelander could get any worse, and then he did.
I told you, he's a
I'm
monster.
telling you, Cheems.
Well, you said season 3. You didn't say season 2.
No, he progresses in season 2, but in season 3, he's just a fucking menace.
Oh
He's
my
a
lord.
menace to goddamn society.
Not a menace.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, because like his money is being threatened, so it's a whole fucking thing. Like that's the only time that he becomes like the biggest piece of shit on earth is like whenever
Even
his
with
money
Dr.
gets
Wu's
fucking threatened.
assurances, we'll want the proper response teams in place.
That
I'm
and
not saying
his
anything will go
what's it
wrong.
called?
I'm just
His social
erring on
profile.
the side of caution.
Yeah, exactly. Well,
Get
that's how
started
he makes his
with
money.
Post.
Yeah.
Build one inside the Velociraptor.
But I don't
Because
think
if he's not a marketable
Then
product, then
create a response facility.
no, he 100%.
Oh,
Oh,
From
in
there,
the books
assign
anyway.
a ranger patrol
Well,
to the
in the
post.
show, he doesn't really care about money. That's the thing. He just cares more about his fucking his social aspect of everything else.
Well, that's the whole thing. Is because like he's technically a product. So if people don't
Yeah.
want Homelander, they're not going to pay for Homelander. So that's the whole thing. Like they're intertwined. Because in the books, when Starlight shows up, they like all 7 of them make her suck their dicks. And the show is just the Deep for some fucking reason. I don't know why they removed that aspect of it. Because like that plays into something else. Because later on in that same book, they were in a meeting with the guy that owns them, like their corporation guy,
Yeah.
and the who is the fast guy? What the fuck's his name?
A-Train.
A-Train?
A-Train, yeah. So A-Train's over here just fucking making like tongue in the cheek like blowjob motions and shit, and just like making like gawk gawk sounds while the meeting is fucking going on.
Oh no.
And like everyone else is like sitting there just like snickering and shit. And Homelander just keeps it cool, and they finish the meeting. But then when they go outside, Homelander just like Falcon punches the shit out of A-Train in the fucking chest, and the dude's on the fucking ground, and he's like, "Hey, bitch, don't be doing that shit when the fucking money's around. The fuck is your goddamn problem?" And then he's like, "Stay on the fucking ground, and don't leave until I'm fucking gone." And I was like, "Holy shit, this guy is a fucking monster."
Bro, that's like the tip of the iceberg though. Like, oh my lord.
This is issue 1 of the book. Like, fuck, bro. Like, yeah, no, he gets way worse. I'm just saying, from second 1 that you see Homelander, you're like, oh, you're a villain. Like, fucking hell, bro.
No, I got fucking
Yeah.
listen, dog. I got fucking bamboozled. I want y'all to know, like,
Yep.
I got fucking bamboozled. I thought that he was gonna be like a good guy because they're like, oh yeah, he doesn't smoke,
No.
he doesn't drink. I'm like, oh, well then, I mean, he doesn't party, he doesn't get crazy. Like, what the fuck? And then I saw like, you know, the first glimpse of him being a bad guy in the show. I'm like, oh
Man is
no.
comfortable
I'm like,
in
this
their
is not a good
enclosures.
guy.
The less they feel stress over their
Yeah, no, he's the
captivity,
worst.
the more they'll begin to act within their expected behavior.
I was just like, bruh.
This is better for them, and obviously better for us.
I like.
Check on the raptors'
Good
welfare,
lord.
and
Hey,
remember,
I'm here to pick up a reefer.
they're
Where do I
still
go
getting
for that?
habituated to their new enclosure.
I'm chugging on water.
Oh no.
There isn't
Eden.
much entertainment and educational value in the park if our visitors cannot see our dinosaurs. I mean, what's the point, really, if not to see these majestic animals up close?
Well, we can construct viewing galleries, which should provide the guests with what you're after, John.
They won't believe their
But yeah,
eyes.
not for real, Eden. That show is
Which
fucking
is exactly what we
crazy.
Precisely my thoughts as well, Lily. And why they'll want to keep coming back, time and time again, to Jurassic Park.
Our dinosaurs offer priceless memories for a reasonable fee.
I hate now
yes.
that
Now you're getting it.
in season 3 they're releasing like all the new episodes every fucking Friday instead of just all at once.
I
We need to
wish
get a
they wouldn't do
medical
that.
facility in place to ensure any sick or injured dinosaurs can be taken care
Keep paying
of.
for the Amazon Prime.
That's a good idea.
Mhm.
We need to keep our dinosaurs
I
healthy.
hate now. Yeah, I hate that shows now are releasing shows like every fucking week instead of just
Yeah, all at once.
Like that is one thing that like I'll have going for me. Like, cause Sam will end up like blazing ahead of me, and I'll be like, nope. Every Friday, we're watching the show together, cry about it.
Yeah. You're understanding. It wasn't an option. You're going to watch it with me.
Yeah, because like he always complains that, like we don't like spend time together like that, and I'm like,
I'm
well,
in need of more genetic
whenever
samples than
we watch a
have
show,
here at
you
the
skip
park.
way the fuck ahead.
We can send out expeditions of our
Take a
own
break
to
from yelling at
gather
Lost Ark for 5
fossils.
minutes and then come fucking
But
watch the
what
show
we
with me.
really need is for you to get an expedition center under construction.
Like there was one time I was
Then
watching a show
we
without
can
him, and he's
extract
like, "Oh,
DNA
you're
from
watching
these
this
new
without me." I'm
fossils
like, "That's
gathered
never
in the
stopped
field
you."
and rebuild an even
Yeah,
more
right, what the fuck?
diverse set
Yeah, and he
of
just,
dinosaur
like,
When do you care
genome
about that shit?
sequences.
Decimated.
This should be your priority.
Like I was watching True Blood, and he's
Never
like, "Oh,
recovered.
you're watching it without me." I'm like, "I've seen this show like 8 times, babe. Like I
Yeah.
know what happens already before it happens." Like one of the best parts of watching True Blood is waiting for Sam to see some shit that I know is gonna happen. Like
That's funny.
that's the best part of like the whole thing. Like there's some crazy shit about to happen in it, and I'm just like, ooh, I can't wait for Sam to see that. Cause then we'd have to be like, oh, what the fuck is that? And it's like, what? Don't worry about it. And he's like, you can't do this to me. Man, I want to get some solid music playing in today, but it looks like that's not going to happen till later. And I'm a little sad about it.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
You good, Eden?
I was dehydrated this whole goddamn time. That's what happened.
Oh my lord, Eden. You can't be doing that. It's illegal.
Drinking
Private
water.
Jensen, BTLS.
BTS.
Benton.
Carlos said.
Jorts.
1527.
It's funny to think we're just in Violet's ear. He's having to listen to us and be fucking stupid.
Yeah. Just pull it up around to the side there, or? Okay, across the street, so I gotta go down and
Release
around.
a new herbivore into an enclosure. I want to observe these animals in the wild.
Put
I
around to
mean,
the
as
side, no, put
wild
around
as
to the
we
back.
will allow.
Because everything goes to the
I'm glad I asked.
Yeah.
I would have fucking. Oh, they blocked the shit off entirely. Okay.
My phone.
Oh, that's
My
fucking
phone.
smart. Hell no, these motherfuckers over here using more than 0% of their brain. Damn. I look at you. Neurons accidentally click together and shit. God damn.
Violet, that's
Yeah.
out here fucking using more than 0% of the brain.
Yeah, goddamn. Yeah, because, alright, so I gotta take a picture because there's really no other way to describe it. Like, hang on. Just a goon down here. Yeah, so there's an archway in this area that's got 4 gates, and initially it was one way in, one way out, and they have another empty lot across the street. So finally, someone's like, hey, I'm just a guy with a brain, and why don't we use that empty fucking lot to hold all of our empty containers? And they're all like, wait a minute, that's so crazy, it just might fucking work. So now, what it is that the outgate, or the old outgate, is now an in-gate for people like me that just have a chassis. So you just run inside the office, so you're not blocking up fucking traffic. So when I walked outside here, I'm like, wait, how do you stop people from going in? There's 2 concrete barriers there, and they're like, yeah, the exit, you have to go across the street. You go down and around under the bridge. I was like, god damn, look at you. Fucking so proud of you.
Fucking smart.
Using some of your brain.
The...
Yeah. Little fella's gonna make it, I'm telling you.
These fellas gonna make it.
Right?
Commencing asset transit.
Well, shoot.
Asset transported.
Damn, I got way too fucking zooted.
Bro, I'm telling you, like, it's a problem. Like,
With so many
I'm
moving
glad
parts,
I
I
don't
want
smoke
to
weed
make
in my
sure
day
we
to
do
day,
not
because
incite
I'd
our
be in
reason for
trouble,
being
dude.
on the island in the first place.
Now you get used to it.
I don't.
If you do it all the
Their
time, you
lives
just get a
come by
tolerance to
our
it, and you just
hands,
kind of have like
and
a
now
like a
they
slight buzz.
rely on us for their continued
I
existence.
don't understand how this
This
fucking
is
phone
our
died.
responsibility, and one we cannot take
Well, it's
lightly.
time to go, Eden.
I want you to be sure
Yeah,
that
well,
our
it was
dinosaurs
6
are
fucking
as
percent, and it
comfortable as
died
possible.
overnight. I don't understand.
Damn, bro. Damn. I gotta get a fucking picture of this. Hold up. Hold on a minute.
Dr. Wu and Dr. Hammond would both like us to increase the diversity of animal species in the park, and then
Okay.
construct a ride where they can be viewed.
There's a fucking
Make it
container on the
something
ground here.
impressive.
Team's just alive, right?
Yeah.
Never mind. I'll tell you about it later.
I'll tell you about it later. Oh no, that's how I know it's bad.
Oh, it's not great. It's not great.
Not great.
I'll put it in the fellas for your convenience.
God, I don't want to go to work today. But I will.
How do you think I feel? I live at work.
Yeah, no, like that's a problem that you have. Like you live at work.
Ironically enough, though, my life is such a concentrated misery that my work life is more peaceful than my fucking home life. Because at least when I'm at fucking work, I can just ignore my mom's phone calls. I can just not answer my friends' fucking DMs. I don't physically have them in the truck with me. Hey, Violet, where are we going? Are we there yet? I'm tired. I'm bored. Shut the fuck up.
En route to pick up the asset.
Yeah, no, Violet, you have my fullest sympathies for that, because I would lose my fucking mind. No, because I had a moment with, like, my mom yesterday, Violet. I was on the phone with her, and she was being, like, I think whenever I'm high, I'm meaner than you've ever heard me ever be. Like, it brings it out in me, I guess, because my mom, like, she's already, like, hard for me to talk to, like, as it is, because, like, you know, like, I'm talking about, like, my trip. She's like, oh, must be nice to go on trips like that, and I'm like, yeah, it is. It's crazy what you can do when you actually try to make money.
Yeah, exactly.
And my mom is just like, oh, yeah, so, like, how was Kate's parents? I'm like, oh, like, you know, it's pretty cool. And she's like, yeah, it better be for the fucking, like size of it. I'm like, oh. Like, yeah, it is. It's really nice. And I'm just...
Why you gotta be a hater?
I'm just like, damn, like, you wonder why I don't call you fuck.
Right.
Like, good lord. Because that's like, Violet, that's like my mom's #1 thing. It's like, you never call me. And it's like, why would I want to?
Yeah.
It's like, whenever I talk to you, it's like 101 questions that I don't want to answer. Like, shit is a problem.
Yeah, my mom's the same way, because she's hyper paranoid and doesn't want to talk about shit over text. She wants to do it. No, what she wants to do is leave me cryptic messages and then be like, oh, the eagle flies at dawn, but only if raspberry cream pie. What the fuck are you talking about? I don't want to talk about this over the phone. You called me.
You called me. Oh,
Bro, it's so fucking frustrating. I hate it.
It's for real, like, cause like with my mom, it's more of she has nothing going on, like at all. Like there's not shit going on in her life. Cause like I said, like she has all those pigs, doesn't want to sell them, and then she complains that she has no money. So then she goes around and she'll ask everyone else for money. But then she gets mad if, like, you don't give her money, and it's like, listen, I can't afford to give you shit like that. I'm sorry. Like, I am,
crazy.
Yeah. Because, like, she's, you know, called me, and she's been like, oh, you know, like, my doctor's appointment was, like, $200. I'm like, that sucks. I hate that for you.
Yeah.
And she's
you
like...
know what's worth about $200? Some pigs.
Yeah. For real, like, Bro... She could sell her pigs and be able to afford so much shit without having to ask my grandma for shit. It's crazy. But she just doesn't. And I'm like, Mom, come on now. Like,
Yeah, I mean, I'm
Oh
telling
my
you, certain
god.
people, they gotta get their dick in the dirt, and then they'll be like, hey, this isn't working. All the money you spend on raising those fucking pigs, those bitches ain't free. They're not providing for you, and they're not your kids. Sell them hoes.
That's what I've said. I'm like, listen,
Yeah.
mom, like, because she has like 20 pigs. Like, she has 20 pigs.
Yeah, that's an excessive amount of fucking pigs. The land that's required to fucking keep those, the upkeep. You need to hire an exotic fucking vet when they get sick. I mean, bro.
Dude, my mom, like, she was complaining yesterday. She was like, oh, yeah, she was like, one of my pigs had a stroke, it's probably gonna die. And I'm like, oh, you should butcher it, sell the meat. And she was like, what?
Yeah.
You would say that? I'm like, hell yeah. Like, I don't
What,
even
what are
like
you gonna do?
pork.
Are you gonna get a coffin for it? Are you gonna bury it and have a funeral for your fucking pig?
Bro, I'm telling you. I told my mom, I'm like, listen, mom, I love you. Like, I really do. But, like, goddamn. Like, you are... I told her, I'm like, mom, you are killing me. And she was like, what do you mean? I'm like, mom. Because she has all this produce that she can sell.
Yeah.
Like, she used to clean the church and get money from that, but now she doesn't clean the church anymore, and now she complains she doesn't have money. I'm like, well, yeah, you stopped your job, basically. Your job that
You
wasn't a
stop
job.
working, so you stop getting paid.
It's crazy how that works, isn't it?
I told you, like that Downs kid that I had to fire at the grocery store. He was all full of piss and vinegar that he was gonna quit. He was gonna be a man and do his own thing and blah blah blah. And then 2 weeks goes by and he realizes, hey, I'm not getting a paycheck anymore. And then he comes running back to the union. Oh, they fired me unfairly and blah blah blah. Bitch.
I remember that because he was just fucking around, like he wasn't doing his job, and it's like, well, you know,
Yeah.
special
he
needs
make
or
over
not.
30 cases of fucking. Yeah, he did make over 30 cases of fucking orange juice. He made 2 bottles and then drank out of one of them. So he had to throw that shit away.
Oh my god, that's so bad.
Yeah.
That's
yeah,
so
just absolutely
bad.
just fucking the dog as hard as you possibly can.
You know, Violet, that guy probably actually does do that. You never know.
I don't know.
You know, I knew a guy that tried to do that, and like his sister like walked in on him, and then it was this guy that lived in my neighborhood, you know, back home, and like we went to high school together. Like we're actively in high school whenever this happened, and he had the hots for like my friend Savannah, which she was pretty hot, not gonna lie, but she was also very much like stuck up. She also wanted like to date like her cousin, like no joking. And I was just like, sweet home Alabama. But
oh no.
Apparently she like wanted like to fuck her cousin. I'm like, oh okay. Like, I'm not gonna tell you it's wrong because it's not my place, but I'm sure in your head you know it's wrong. And she was like, yeah. She was like, blah blah blah. But she was like, also like, I you know, she knew that she was attractive, you know, clearly, because every guy I knew wanted to get with her. I'm like, oh okay. Like every guy was like, yeah, like you're so pretty, like you're so hot, and she's like, yeah, thanks. I know, and it's just
I'm
like,
not gonna lie. I thought you were gonna say it's just like trying to get with my friend's dog, and it's like, bro.
No.
Yeah, if you think anything angrier than people that know they're hot and just fucking act like you're fucked up for thinking they're hot. It's like, listen, bitch, you possess qualities that everybody fucking has. Don't be a fucking asshole about it.
Yeah.
I can understand though on the opposite end of that, where people are constantly telling you that, and this is like, well, I mean, fuck, deal with it, bro.
Yeah.
But what a cross to bear. Oh, I'm so beautiful. Everyone always tells me that. I mean, fuck.
Yeah, fuck.
Could you imagine?
Could you imagine,
damn,
bro?
What a problem.
Well, what a fantasy land that they live in.
Yeah. I remember, like, when I was in high school, bro, I was ugly as shit. And I remember this one girl told me that I was, like, I looked, like, discombobulated and shit.
Bruh.
And, like, that didn't really hurt me. Because I'm like, whatever, like, I know what I look like, so that's fine, I'll deal with it. But I ran into her at a class reunion, and the bitch was fucking pregnant, and I was like, damn, bitch, Should have fucking combobulated a fella that had a fucking job. She got so fucking butthurt.
Oh no.
MSC.
Oh. Oh god, that's too fucking funny. Should have combobulated.
I realize now, like, you should have had a motherfucker with a job combobulate inside you, you dumb bitch.
This is too fucking funny.
Oh no, I'm a fucking asshole now. But again, I didn't want to be this way. You motherfuckers made me this way, and I will use it to my fullest.
Use it to my fullest. Yeah, no, for real. Like, that's fucked up just to, like, tell someone that they look discombobulated and shit. And it's like, alright, bitch.
Yeah. I don't know what the fuck you laughed so hard when I was like, I'm ugly as shit. It's the truth, though.
No, I didn't think you would call yourself ugly as shit. I thought you'd be like, man, I was knocking off hoes in high school. That's what you said. Like, you were knocking off hoes in high school. So I'm like, damn, Violet.
I mean, I was. It's because I'm fucking funny, and I know I'm strong, so I know how to fight. So when you're 16, that's basically all you need. It's like, damn, he a bad boy. He did, he this, he that. I was ugly as a motherfucker. Like, damn, this fella is unfortunate looking. Like, you right?
Unfortunate looking. I'm dead. Oh my god. Bro, that's how I describe myself. Like, oh man, was unfortunate looking.
You're handsome.
What's up, man?
Commencing
You're
asset transit.
handsome. You're not ugly.
Babe, I'm talking about 18 years ago at this point.
Transit has commenced.
God, that's so funny to me that Violet's like, yeah, I was ugly as fuck.
She was terrible.
Just unfortunate looking.
My RNG was goddamn motherfucker ugly as hell. It's like, you right.
Oh no. Alright, cool. Let me make sure that these fellas are also happy. Yeah, I guess so. That's a cohabitation issue. You can eat my fucking ass cheeks, dog. Like, I don't understand why the herbivores were like, ew, no, this herbivore is stinky. And it's like, bitch, would you rather be with the fucking carnivore? Like, one time, I got so mad at this Triceratops, I just fucking put the Triceratops in with the carnivore, like, fuck it, die, suffer.
I got you.
This shit had me angry as hell, punching air.
Yeah. Windmilling that shit.
Yeah. Violet, you know, I think it's really funny. Because it's like, whenever we were talking about, like, Toad in The Wolf Among Us, and I'm like, yeah, he's probably punching air right now. You thought the shit was so funny.
I had never heard that before. That killed me.
Yeah.
Because that's such an evocative phrase. You know exactly what the fuck that is. Just fucking just punching air. Like, damn, bro.
Yeah.
That motherfucker is mad.
Just going to town on that shit, for real. Yeah, you know, that shit fucking kills me. Like, I love that shit so much. That's like the funniest shit ever. Just, yeah, you're fucking windmilling air right now.
Yep.
I'm trying to remember the first person that ever said that shit to me, because I've definitely heard it before. Someone told me, like, oh yeah, I know, I'm punching air right now. And I'm just like, you're doing what, bro? And he's like, yeah, dog, I'm fucking punching air. Yeah. And I was like, damn, you like, is that bad? And he's like, hell yeah, that's that bad. Yeah, no, that shit's fucking hilarious. I love that shit. My whole chest. Yep. It's like, damn, dog, you that mad? It's like, hell yeah. It's better than punching walls like, you know, some people do. Like, cough, cough, my brother.
Kyle.
Yeah, Kyle.
Kyle there ever was.
I think it's...
I'm telling you, man, Eden and I need to go visit your fucking brother. Just put the boots to a medium style.
For real. Like, my brother has a fucking
have the bitch
problem.
wearing a fucking maid outfit by the time we're done.
That's so funny, because, like, my brother thinks that he's so hard, and I'm like, bro, you're not.
Yep.
Like, you are not hard.
Oh, that's good.
Well, cause like I've asked him, I'm like, okay, so like, what, like, you know, like, what's your plan, like, for like the next like 5 years? And he's like, what do you mean? And I'm like, well, if you don't have one, then you don't know what I'm talking about. Cause like we've been through this before. Like I've told him, I'm like, you know, whenever Grammy and Papa Cheems are no longer there, I'm not sure what you're gonna fucking do, because you're not gonna live with me. Straight the fuck up. And so I told him, I'm like, yeah, like you're not gonna stay with me. That's just not gonna happen. And he's just like, but I'm like, but shut up. You're not living with me.
Right.
It's not happening, Chief. And he's just like, what? You would do that? I'm like, hell yeah. I don't want you to stay with me, bring your cronies around here.
I don't know.
And
Your bungers.
Bungers start like windmilling air over it. And I'm like, yeah, like you're not gonna live with me to like. What made you think you had a chance, bro?
Yeah, for you of all people. You of all people.
Yeah, I'm like, well, you remember.
I can understand like Grammy Cheems or even Mom, but you?
Yeah.
You?
Yeah, no, and he's just like, well, what do you mean? I'm like, I mean what I mean. You're not living with me.
Yeah.
And he gets so fucking mad over that shit, and I'm like, listen, I'm just letting you know so you don't like come to me later like, oh hey, you know, I need a place to stay. I'll be like, yeah, that's unfortunate. I hate it for you. That's my exact word. Like, I hate it for you.
Sounds like a very personal problem.
It does.
It ain't mine.
Yeah, it's like it's not my fucking problem. But I already know.
Hey, to get the reefer looked at, just go past the sign and come around. All right, I saw the sign. I would have blocked it and it's getting in the way or whatever. Whatever this guy was.
These guys are scrapping.
Yeah, let's go around and shut up. All right, for sure. Thanks, bro.
You know, it's so funny with him because he just like he fully believes that I'm gonna break and be like, yeah, you know what, fuck it, come stay with me. I want another freeloader in my life.
100%. Especially one that treats me like shit all the time. That's what I want. I can't get enough.
Yeah, no, it's like, no, you dumb motherfucker.
Heading to pick up the asset.
You're like, for him, it's like he just doesn't get it. Like, he doesn't get it. He's never going to get it. But yeah, no, I told him
He'll get it when everyone else in his life just leaves and he has no other option but to fucking put that ass to work.
that. I mean,
Yeah, that's true.
Essentially, that's how it's gonna be. Cause like you know, like my mom has been begging me to take him. I'm like, no, it's not happening.
Yeah, not happening.
Stop asking me.
Yeah, definitely not. A man says no, I say no. That's it.
No, for
Unanimous
real,
decision.
like Sam said no first. He was like, absolutely not. I was like, yeah, trust me. I was not gonna say yes. You don't have to worry about that.
Yeah.
And he's like, good, because I would tell your mom. Nope. Shit is not happening, bro.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
What's up?
Asset transportation complete.
Well, you guys are loud.
Oh, sorry. Loud noises.
Loud noises. Yeah, because now I'm back home, so I don't have to worry about being on.
I had the volume up.
I don't have to worry about being on Sam's dinky headset no more. Because
the stink set.
The stink set, yeah. It's so weird because he's so like loud at home, but then it's like when he's like his headset is so quiet to y'all. I'm like, damn. Like I wonder if it's like that because of his like constant like yelling or what.
Yeah, the microphone's blown out and shit.
It wouldn't shock me if it was like not even being mean, like because he's just a loud dude. Like basically all the headsets he has are fucked up. I'm like, well, what are you doing to them? Like what? Like what's going on? Like why is this happening?
Yeah. Like it's gotta be a you thing.
Are you eating them? Like what the fuck is going on?
No, he's just blowing out the capacitors because he's constantly fucking screaming into them.
Like it's something. Like there is an issue happening. Like that's all I'm saying.
Asset requiring collection.
Yeah, I mean, up until recently, I never had any kind of like gamer rage. But even then, when I do get angry, I just get Steamboat Willie. I just fucking woo. That's it. I just stop.
We are mere moments away from opening Jurassic Park. And I now hear word we
That
have
that
sick
fuming
dinosaurs.
fucking trigger fire response.
Someone
That's gonna be
offer me
like the
assurances.
number one used. I know that
Of
for
course,
sure.
of course. We're on top of it,
For
Dr.
sure.
Hammond. We're sending out
What's
a
today,
mobile
Tuesday?
veterinary unit
Yes.
from the Paleo
Tuesday,
Medical
yeah.
facility even as we
3
speak.
days. I've been talking
Aren't
to
we,
this girl
Lily?
for 3 days now.
Yes,
so
of
let's
course.
hope it fucking
They'll
works
give
out.
us a diagnosis, and then we
Alright.
can develop a
Put it in
cure
her
for
butt,
the
never call her
Triceratops.
again.
Perfect. We have a plan.
Wait, what?
That means everything is completely under control.
Oh no.
This doesn't even qualify as a
You
minor
country roaded on
setback.
my side a little bit. What happened?
He said put it in her butt, never call her
Obstacles that have been
again.
placed before us getting Jurassic Park to this point. I'm inclined to agree. Whatever it takes,
Nah,
see
Violet,
to
you don't
it. And Henry,
understand.
let me know the moment this has been resolved.
Understood.
Like, I used to be so down bad for this
carry
girl, even though like we
Thank
kind of
you.
dated like long
As Dr.
distance in
Wu
a way.
said, everything is under
Mhm.
control.
But now that I'm somewhat closer to her, I mean, and back then I didn't have a car, so there was like no point. But now that
Yeah,
like, I'm somewhat
never date
closer
your
to her-
spank material.
What happened?
Never date your spank material. Honestly, if you're down bad for a girl like that, that shit ain't gonna work out. That shit needs to be something organic, homegrown, artisanal.
Not artisanal.
Yeah, I feel that.
I mean, who knows, Violet? I mean, who knows? I mean, shit can work out.
I'm telling you, there's always a fallback plan. Put it in her butt, never
just
call her again.
Never call her
Just like
again.
Cheems said, I have to keep it optimistic.
I'm not
Yeah.
sure which is more miraculous.
Optimistical,
bringing the
yo, that's
dinosaurs
lit.
back from extinction,
Yeah.
or finally opening
Optimistical
Jurassic
prime.
Park to the public.
Nah, for real.
Yet here we are.
Like you gotta
Well done,
be.
John.
A tribute to us all. And
Because
to
Cheems
the
and
power
Breeden
of
were
dreams.
fucking bitching at
And
me
to
the
the
other day
public's
about not
ongoing
being optimistic
fascination
enough.
with
So I was
these
like, all right.
prehistoric animals.
No, it's because you're
May
brown,
it
and
never
brown
die.
people we can't be
Your
optimistic.
words,
That's
Miss
white
Alfred.
people shit. Oh,
And
just
now,
believe
I want
and
to watch the
manifest
only
your
thing
best
more
life.
interesting
Nah,
than
ho,
the
that shit ain't
dinosaurs.
real.
No,
What
that
might
shit
that
ain't
be?
real.
You
Jesus
just gotta
Christ.
believe the
People
power of
seeing
positive thinking.
dinosaurs
I
for
think
the
you're a positive
first
ass bitch.
time.
Shut the fuck up. We were raised at an early age to
and
fucking care for our
having an
kid, our
ice
siblings
cream.
like they were our fucking kids.
Come
Like
on, then.
we don't have optimism. We
I'm
have
back.
realism.
Well, I'm the baby of the family,
Welcome
so
to Jurassic Park.
tough
Hold
titties
it.
for you, coach.
Oh wow, why am I in the helicopter? What happened? Hey yo. Yo, hey.
Thank you.
My chair fucking hurts my like ass.
I
I gotta buy Scrum a new chair.
So
You gotta
far,
buy Scrum.
Jurassic Park
You know he
has
won't
been
take a new
almost
chair from you,
unqualified
Violet.
success.
There's no way.
However, we do want to increase our guest comfort.
I have pictures of him at the
This
Christmas
can be
party.
accomplished by
He
making
knows
sure
what's
that
good
when
for him. He'll
nature
take that
calls,
chair.
there is a restroom nearby.
I have pictures.
Shelters will be
Blackmail him.
appreciated if, and
Yeah.
I repeat, this
Nah,
is a
fella,
big
your
if.
ass is gonna be
If
cradled
some
in
of our
comfort.
animals escape their enclosures,
I
and
bought
the closer
fucking
our
that bitch
hotels
ass
are
Neil
to the
Angelo a new
dinosaurs,
chair. I mean,
the more
I didn't
likely
buy
it
him a
is
chair
the
directly. I
guests will
commissioned art
enjoy
for
their
him, and then
stay.
he used that
And
money to
we
buy
most
himself a new chair
definitely want
because his chair
that.
was all fucked up. It was like literally held together by chewing gum and prayer. So I wanted to give him a new chair. So if he gets a new chair, Scrum gets a new chair. That's
Yeah.
simple. I actually care about Scrum. I don't care about that other motherfucker.
I think I remember you
Oh,
talking
no.
about that. Where you were like, yeah, like this guy is a bitch. Like he can get fucked. We're just like, damn, dog.
Yeah, he's the guy that fucking I was modding for and just left me out there to try. I was like, okay, bro, I see how it is. Because we were talking about like men and women being different in terms of like social responsibilities and like interpersonal relationships and things like that. Like, because women now are being told they want a weak beta man, and they're pushing for that. Like, oh, men can do everything, or women can do everything that men can do, and it's like, I mean, yeah, they can, but not as good, and for obvious reasons. There's obvious strengths and weaknesses in terms of men and women. They do different things fucking better than each other. Like this whole delusion that people have, like, oh, sex and gender are interchangeable, and if you fucking feel like it on a Tuesday, you can be whatever you want. Like, no, that's not real. That's some more caucasity. That shit ain't real. Quit being stupid. And fucking so we're sitting there talking about that shit, and I was like, listen, women want men who are decisive, who make fucking decisions and stick by them. They want assertive, dominant men. And they're like, oh, that's not true. You're speaking in generalities. I'm like, every woman I've ever fucking been with in my entire life, oh, that's anecdotal. Okay, there's studies that prove it. Oh, but who did the studies? Okay, so you don't want the truth. You want to be in your feeling. which is fucking stupid because you can't have a conversation intelligently if all you want to hear is your point of view. Oh, and that motherfucker didn't do shit for me. He just left me out there high and dry. And I was like, all right, bro, I have been fucking commissioning you for a long ass time. I think I double paid whatever he charged. So I mean, it's not like I was fucking skimping him. And this bitch had the audacity to leave me there high and dry. I'm like, all right, bitch, don't even worry about it. So I haven't unfollowed him because I know that it makes him fucking like anxious to see if I'm gonna unfollow or not. So I'm just there. And I'll come into his streams every now and then. I'll say hi, bye, nothing else. I'm just there, just monitoring him. And I know he's trying to do the same thing to me, but I don't care. I was like, yeah, fuck that guy. But like, you're a whole ass bitch for that. So I just haven't been in his streams. I don't moderate his streams. I'll go in there sometimes and just be like, oh yeah, you're doing this wrong, and I'll just leave.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, fuck that dude. Like if you roll over on your fucking friends, bro, because like I considered him to be a friend. Like it was more than just like artist fucking client kind of shit. Like, you know, me and that dude talked about shit, but he's a hardcore fucking leftist cuck, and that's just how that shit is.
Yeah, no,
I said crazy. Retarded at one point, and fucking he's like, oh no, don't say that. Oh, that's a slur. I'm like, what? Are you fucking stupid?
You
and he's
fucking
just like,
stupid?
You can't. Are you fucking stupid? As a slur? What the fuck is the R slur? You come on, dude, don't be saying that. I'm like, shut the fuck up, you Euro cuck piece of shit. Shut up. That's something that I discovered too. Is like Americans, we are raised very, very differently. Like we have freedom, and people joke about that. There's like, oh, freedom in America, but you have all these rules and regulations. Like, listen. We have rules and regulations because we have a society, but it's like in Europe and Canada and Australia, bro, they put your ass in fucking concentration camps. I don't know if you saw that shit with fucking COVID. They straight up put Australians in fucking camps that they weren't allowed to leave, and if they fucking violated the rules, they would get fucking fined like a shit ton of money. Like, what the fuck? In the UK, people were arrested for organizing a protest on Facebook to protest the fucking vaccine mandate. It's just like, and in France, the police used live bullets on protesters because the French government wanted to increase the gas taxes. So it's just like, bro, you guys don't have freedom and you don't understand it. Because let that shit happen in America town. No, not happening.
Nah, not happening.
That's why they want to take the guns. That's why they want to make fucking everyone disarmed so we could be just like Europe. And it's like, I don't want to be in Europe. Europe doesn't want to be in fucking Europe. No, absolutely not. But they also have this crazy, ridiculous socialist mentality where it's just like, oh no, we have to completely change our entire society to fit a fraction of 1% of people because they're uncomfortable. It's like, fuck them. That's their fucking problem, not ours.
Bro.
If everybody else has fucking 2 legs that fucking bend forward, we're not gonna rearrange our entire society because of the people that have bird legs.
Yeah.
That's their fucking problem. They can figure that shit out.
Not bird legs.
Yeah, you know what the fuck. Yeah, policing speech, I'm not about that action, bro. Like, obviously, like, don't say things that are criminal. Like, don't make death threats. Don't say you're gonna, like, bomb an embassy or some shit like that. Don't be doing dumb shit. But you should be able to say whatever the fuck it is you want to say without anyone giving you, like, oh, that hurts my pussy. I mean, that sounds like a very personal problem.
It sounds
but
like
it ain't
a
my
very
problem.
personal problem. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think that, like, people are too sensitive these days anyway. Like, it's just like, I don't know. It's like, let people, like, say what they want to, like, within reason, obviously. Like, don't try to
Even
control
then,
people.
the phrase within reason is still too much of a line because, like, oh, well, what's reasonable for you is extreme for others. Like, within legality. As long as you're not committing a crime by saying what you're saying, okay.
Okay.
Okay. And like, oh, what if we make your speech illegal? Like, well, if you make speech illegal, then you've entered fucking First Amendment territory. And thankfully, we have a constitution that's like, hey, better cut that shit out, or that Liberty Tree is gonna look a little thirsty.
You're gonna go fucking Homelander on somebody.
Goddamn right.
And I was telling D and K that, like, we had, like, the conversation about, like, doing, like, a podcast. I'm like, listen, that'd be so lit. You don't even know.
Absolutely,
Jurassic
that'd be great.
Park sits at the intersection of
Like,
both science and
be
commerce.
lit as a tit, bro.
One provides for the other. So the higher
100%.
the park rating,
And
the
like
more
even with
income
them,
we
like
have to
like they were
support
also
Dr.
talking
Woolach's
about
research.
having like
New
a
shops and attractions, and yes,
podcast where like we get like
will make the
stupid
park more
high
appealing and
and
more
just talk about
profitable.
shit. Because that's all that we were doing. Whenever we were high and like we're not watching TV, we're just sitting there talking about shit. And it was pretty fun. Because yeah, like I thoroughly enjoy hanging out with Cade and Dee. They're fun dudes.
Yeah, and on a podcast, you can also say whatever the fuck you want to.
Yeah.
As long as you put like the explicit content tag in there, you don't have to worry about it. It's really only like YouTube and Twitch that have those things like, oh, you can't say the naughty no words. Podcast, you can just say whatever the fuck you want to say.
Yeah, it's fair.
Something that's really frustrating too, now that I think about it, because I used to listen to a lot of podcasts up until like the 2020 election. And like in 2020, I just stopped listening to everything. Like I stopped watching a lot of Let's Play channels, you know, everything. I didn't care. But a lot of the podcasts I listen to are like really like lefty run, and I stopped listening to them because they just would not stop dunking on Trump, not stop talking about conservative politics. And people are just like, hey, you're a book reading podcast. Could you stick to just reading books? Like, oh, if you don't like our opinions, you can just stop watching us. And then like their viewership would decrease by a substantial amount. They're like, oh, hey guys, you know, like you don't have to leave. This is like, no, bitch, you straight up said it. If you don't like our politics, leave. And that's what we did.
Yeah, I'm not sure that was gonna happen with that one. Not the brightest idea to be like, well, you know what? Hey, if you don't like it, you can get out. And I was like, all right. And everyone starts packing up and leaving. Like, whoa, wait a minute, hold on, we didn't mean it.
The left in particular has this really, I don't know where the fuck it came from, this delusion that they own like the entire market on whatever the fuck they want, and they could just say anything to anybody. Because I guess that's true for the longest time. They, you know, before the internet freed everybody, you only had the liberal media to go to. You only had liberal TV shows. You only had liberal TV stations. And now that everyone can be a content creator, there are options. And people are just like, yeah, you want to talk shit about me? I just won't support you. It's that simple. There's plenty of other options now. And the left is very, very slow. They're running on Internet Explorer, not even Microsoft Edge yet, so they're far behind the times. Because that's the thing now. We've looped so far ahead. When I was a kid, conservatism was like the old fogey shit. Like your parents were conservatives. You want to be cool. You want to be a liberal. You want to be a Democrat. And now we've looped so far around that being a conservative with a job and like life prospects is like, oh man, look at that guy. He's a rebel.
No, I'm not look at that guy. He's a rebel.
We're the cool kids now, and it's like nothing about us has changed at all. I think now is that we're a lot more memey than our parents were, because your parents more than likely, like the way your mom is, the way you describe your mom anyways, like how a lot of old conservatives are, where they're just kind of like one step above like a QAnon person.
Yeah.
But a lot of conservatives now are people like me. We're hip, we're with it, we know what's going on with children. And we just meme the shit out of you, and then we make you cry, and then we make memes about you crying.
Yeah, no, that sounds like my mom. Basically, cause like, with my mom, like, she's just a mess, like, to put it bluntly. Like, I love my mom, she's great, but there's times where I'm just like, God damn, mom, like, listen. I'm like, do you hear yourself? Because I don't think you do. And she's just like, what? What do you mean? I'm like, Mom, you're out here talking about crazy shit.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of things too is like, because of the way that conservatives previously would absorb information, they were wrong about a lot of things, because you know they hold conservative values, but they're watching liberal news. Because even now, my mom still struggles with the cognitive dissonance, where like she'll say, "Oh, did you hear about this thing that happened?" Like, "Oh, do you mean this, the actual truth?" And she's like, "Well, the TV didn't tell me that." Like, of course the TV didn't tell you that, because they want you to believe the lie. And she's like, "Well, how do you know?" And I'll go and I'll show her the video about whatever I'm talking about, and she's like, "Oh, what the fuck? Why didn't they show us that?" Like, again, for the second time, because they don't want you to know the truth. They want you to fucking believe the lie. And she's like, the news is lying to me. It's like, always has been.
Yeah.
Always has been.
That's the whole fucking point of the news, is to mislead people like you, people who aren't bad people, but you don't have any other options, so you think this is the truth because you're like Buster from Arthur. Like, people would do that, just go on the mainstream media and tell lies. It's like all the time, nonstop.
Constantly.
Because there's no way for them, because of the First Amendment, there's no way for them to be held accountable. Because if you know, Trump during his presidency went out there and was like, hey, listen, CNN, you are literally constantly posting lies about me, so we're gonna fine you. Oh, that's totalitarian. Oh, you're just like Hitler. Like, but you're literally doing those things. Like, we have proof of you lying and then silently retracting or editing your stories after you get called out on the lie. Like, you are literally lying. And it's like, yeah, we have the right to be wrong. Like, not as a news source. not as a news source that plenty of people fucking trust. It's like the Kyle Rittenhouse thing. That fucking situation. There are people today who still believe he went out there with an illegally owned rifle across state lines and killed black people. Today, even though his fucking case has already been seen in court and he's done and he's innocent because he didn't do anything fucking wrong, even though we knew that from day one. There are people who are so stupid and so entrenched in their echo chamber that all they think about is what they hear on the news. And it's just like, no, you people are dumb. You people are dangerous because you're stupid and don't want to know the information. You just want to feel.
It's wild.
Like, having information is like a burden sometimes, because it's just like, bro, like, I want to share this with you so you're not stupid. Like, no, I want to be dumb. And it's just like, oh my god. I mean, like, the closest example to not be hyperbolic is just like the Matrix, where it's like, I can't push you through the door to knowledge. I can only take you to it. Like, it's up to you whether or not you fucking walk through it or not. And if you walk through it, then I can offer you the red and blue pills. But it's just like, after you dumb motherfuckers are just like, I don't know, bring you to the door and you're just licking the window next to it. It's like, can you fucking not?
No. Just licking the window next to it.
No. I don't understand the people that want to be stupid. Because I've had people straight up tell me, they're like, no, I don't want to know, ignorance is bliss. I'm like, do you understand what you're saying? You're literally telling me that you don't want to have information because you'd rather be stupid. And it was like, yeah, no, if I know, then I'm gonna start asking questions, and I'm like, are you fucking for real?
It's pretty crazy.
I gotta see if I have it on my computer. But I remember having a conversation with somebody exactly like that. He's like, nope. If you start telling me things, I'm gonna start asking questions, and I'm not gonna be happy. It's just like, so you are literally telling me you would rather just know shit is wrong and just not even pay attention. He's like, yep, not my problem. It's like, but it directly affects you. He's like, yeah, no, not my problem. And I was just like, wow, you people, there are people who are just dead ass out here like that.
Oh fuck. Sorry, there was a weird knocking at my door, so I went to go check on it, see if like my package was here, and there was just nothing. It was just the ether talking to me, I guess.
With the shadow police, shut that brown man down.
Yeah. So yeah, Sam was talking to me about living out with Cade. He was looking at all the jobs like around that area, and he says it pays like 15 to 20 an hour.
Yeah, and no income tax.
And he was like, and if we live near Cade or like with Cade, then it'll be like no problem whatsoever.
Yeah, live with Cade for like a couple of months until you get an apartment, get on your fucking feet, and then just move. That'd be the ideal solution.
Yeah. Like, I mean, with Sam...
I mean, Louisiana ain't doing it.
Yeah, no, like, Sam usually gets like this after, like, we go visit Cade. He'll be like, yeah, man, fuck Louisiana. I hate it out here. It's dumb and it smells bad. And you're just like, oh, okay.
Literally.
No, I'm telling you. The moment we got to our city, I took in a deep breath of air. I was like, oh, fuck. I was like, ew. Why does it smell like that?
Remember that one? Oh, no. Remember that day that I was coming back into the city, and I'm like, oh, I know I'm in Illinois. And they're like, well, how can you tell? I'm like, the sky is gray and it smells disgusting. And you're like, damn, bro. I'm like, yep, I know I'm home.
That's how Louisiana is. They'll tell you that much for free. It smells like fucking hot ass out here.
That's how it is when you start entering Fresno. Like when you're coming from when you're going from like south to north, and you're just passing like through the 99, and you just pass through all like the fucking the farms. I just smells like manure, like cow shit, just fucking everywhere. And it's like, yeah, That's how you know you're in the Central Valley. Start smelling fucking cow shit everywhere. Somehow it passes through your fucking like air filters when you have the AC on. Like goddamn.
Oh no.
You know, here's what Sam texted me. He said, I was looking at jobs by Kate. It looks like most pay between 15 and 20 bucks. We could definitely afford rent and save lots of money if he does let us stay with him. And I was like, yeah, that's great. I love you. And he was like, I love you too. I hope you slept well. When I get my app in and stuff looks good, I'll talk to Kate on it more and see what we can do. We can possibly sell some of our furniture to give us a nice amount of cash early on. Because I think we're almost done renting our furniture anyway. And then we could just sell it. Yeah. Which seems kind of counterintuitive. But, you know. The only thing that we need to keep is, like, the bed. It's really, like, the only thing that we need to keep.
Yeah. All the memories of all that dick on it.
Well, no, it's because, like, the room that we would stay in only has, like, a twin bed. And me and Sam are large fats. So, you know, it would be a problem is what I'm saying.
Oh, 100%.
Isn't Kate giving you guys 2 rooms?
Maybe. That depends on if he's still leasing to his roommate, which he might not be because his roommate.
Well, yeah,
fucking disaster zone.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if he doesn't lease to his roommate, wouldn't he be giving you guys 2 rooms?
Yeah, but we have to pay for both rooms. Would be like that whole thing.
Well,
that's fine. You could definitely afford it if both of you had a job.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, essentially, you can have one room for Sam and the other room for you.
Yeah.
So you guys are not constantly so he's not constantly yelling and your mic picking it up and fucking ruining a stream if he fucking says the fella with a hard R.
Yeah. You know, I mean, I've thought about it, cause I'm not sure, cause like how Sam wants it to be is like we have like a room for our computers, and then a bedroom, and I'm like, or we could be separated.
You're too loud for that shit, fellow.
Yeah. Yeah, cause I feel right now is like, no, you're too loud for that. But to Sam, it's, you know, he was like, oh yeah, like I'm not gonna, like, you know, he was like, well, if we live out there with Kate, like I'm not like really gonna care about playing on my PC anymore. I'm like, okay, fella, that's what you say. But I feel like if I have my PC hooked up, it's gonna be like, oh hey babe, can I go on Lost Ark? Can I get on Lost Ark? And I'll be like, yeah, I guess. So I would rather us have both rooms, and then he has his PC in his room, and I have mine in my room.
And then you can move that twin bed into one of the rooms, and just like, you know, you can chill there.
Yeah.
Just lay down.
You crash pad.
That's kind of how like Segoy and Avo are. Like they have their separate rooms, but like Segoy will go into his room and like hang out with him and like sleep in his room sometimes. Udon. Oh wait, no, that's Toonie. I remember. Hello. Hello, hello, hello. It's your boy, Cheems. Cheemus.
Toonies and loonies.
I'm talking about my prospects of moving. I guess it feels kind of crazy though, because it's like, this is all kind of like happening like super fast. I go by many names. Cause like, I'm not like opposed to, you know, like I'm not opposed to us like living in Texas. To be fair, like I personally don't care. Like Sam kind of knows that about me. I'm like, listen, wherever you want to go, if it means that much to you, we can make it happen.
Yeah. Well, worst case scenario, if you got to go back to Georgia or whatever, Scrum and I can help you.
Yeah, because it's like we've had that conversation before where we're like, you know, I've told Sam, I'm like, if you do anything that's like not enough, I will just I will just leave.
Oh, 100%. Yep.
And it's like, I'm not saying it to be mean. I'm just letting you know, like, I will be gone so fast.
Yep. You would just come home to an empty house and that'd be the end of it.
Yeah. Essentially, there would be. Because I would just be like, yeah, like, I'm out. I'm out like Seacrest. Yeah, because it's like he's aware, but I don't think that he would ever do anything that would like get us to that point. To be fair, because like that's one thing that I do like about Sam. Like he doesn't do like weird shit like that, and like not tell me. Because like I had a friend who like her boyfriend like broke their lease, like did all this shit, and like did not tell her, and then was like, all right, hey, we're moving, and she was like, wait, hold on, what the fuck?
What the fuck?
Like at least Sam is like letting me know, and he's telling me what's happening every step of the way.
Well, at least he took care of it. He didn't just break the lease and was like, all right, now we got to find a place to live. It's like, what?
Hold on, Sam is texting me currently. You know, he's just like, I see nothing but positives. Oh yeah, I changed your social security number, AO. Can't. Oh my god, no! I felt so bad for her because like she was at work one day and then she went home and she texted me like, "Bro, you ain't gonna believe this." I was like, "What happened?" She's like, "Oh, I guess I'm moving to fucking Iowa or whatever the fuck." I was like, "Oh no." I was like, "Iowa?"
What the hell?
I was like, "What the fuck's in Iowa?" And she's like, "My boyfriend decided that's where we're gonna stay." I'm like, "Fuck that." It's like I would tell that fella I'm not going. And she was just like, nah, it's whatever. And I'm like, it's not whatever. Like, he's trying to fucking uproot your whole life, dog. And then I just never heard from her again. I'm like, oh, that's unsettling.
Oh, no.
Like, who knows? Maybe fella was like, alright, that Cheems, she's too smart. You can't talk to her no more. She's on to me. Because, yeah, like, I just never heard from her again now that I think about it. I'm sitting here like, yeah, you know, whatever happened to her?
Oh, no.
She just fucking fell off the face of the earth. Probably got pregnant, had some babies. Living that life. Low key, I'll be kind of mad if we do like move, like just a little bit, because we'll have to pay for like,
Why?
because we'll have to pay for like a movers. Like I'm not trying to take this desk apart and rebuild that shit.
You need to have the movers do that.
Yeah, that's true. And then moving both of these monitors, my PC, and all my little knickknacks. It's like it's really funny. I just got all of my shit in Louisiana earlier, like this year.
Yep.
And now I'm like, cool, I get to pack again. Love that shit. Get to pack up again and then move again. Except, I don't know, this time I would be smarter about it. I would fucking just transfer to FedEx if I still work at FedEx.
Yeah.
If I don't quit beforehand, just tell them that they're dumb and they smell bad.
Oh, no.
But nah, I'd probably still work at FedEx. I have no reason to quit, like, right now, so... Besides, I just, fucking hate it, but...
Yeah.
It's different. Alright, let me build an enclosure for these fucking Dinosaurs or whatever the fuck. You know, I watched a fucking, like, game theory video about Jurassic Park yesterday, and I just fell the fuck asleep to it.
Yep.
Like, yeah, no, I was out cold. I just, like, I don't know what was wrong with me yesterday. I was just so fucking tired.
I was loud.
Eden, you good, bro?
Yeah, I have to put up my volume because I'm talking to this girl through voice message and I can barely hear her because she's whispering. Mostly because her
Oh my
kid's
God.
like sleeping. like right next to her, so she has to like whisper. So I had to like put up the volume, and every time I come back, the Discord, you guys are like fucking super goddamn loud.
Tell her to fucking text. If she's fucking voice messaging, just text.
Yeah, at that
It's
point,
faster.
is it?
It's faster.
So fucking lazy. God damn it.
Violet. I'm a lazy ass person. Okay.
God damn. I'm gonna use an inferior method of communication just because I don't. 2 fingers? I don't know. It's a lot, chief.
It is a lot, chief.
Not
gonna lie.
2 fingers is a lot. This
2
rookie
fingers
number.
in
2 fingers in the air. You know, I don't know. We'll see how this goes. Sam is still texting me about it. I get it. I understand.
He'll also be closer to his family. I think that's really what he wants to.
Like, you know, that's like one of like the biggest things.
He's like a little baby.
Yeah, because like he loves his family.
Imagine loving your family. Couldn't be me.
Exactly. Imagine loving your family. I barely like my family.
Right? I'm stuck with you motherfuckers. That's the difference.
You know, because like Sam's like gushing about this. Like I've never heard Sam so excited about something that's not Lost Ark. This shit's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Because he's saying how like
What is-
the jobs are great. We can save up so much money. He can pay bills, no problem. And then like not to mention too, like the only bills he'll have at that point, because he like the furniture won't be rented anymore. Ideally, his phone will be paid off, but he still has his phone bill. He won't have to pay like there's rent obviously, but like I think the rent's just like 700 or so out there. I'm not sure how much we're gonna get charged. Like I haven't asked. Like we haven't talked to Cade really. Sam's going to though. But no, like Cade was like really on board with that shit. So hopefully he keeps that same energy. Because I'm telling you what, Sam is like fiending right now.
It's okay if he doesn't fuck around. They're gonna break up.
Yeah.
You hurt Sam's feelings like that. He never gonna recover. Like, listen, man. I said a lot of shit while you were hanging out, but I mean, you're a cool dude. It's not you, it's me.
It's not you, it's me. Nah, it's like, you know, I want it to be true, you know, for like obvious reasons. Like it's gonna make Sam happy, and I want Sam to be happy. But like at the same time, that's a lot. Like it's a lot to. Like Sam's gonna have to find like because okay, I'm low-key kind of mad because I wanted to like to go back to Georgia, obviously, and he's like, oh, I'm gonna find a new job. I'm gonna find a place to stay. I'm like, Grammy Cheems will let us live with her rent free, and he's just like, no, there's not really any good jobs in Georgia, and I'm like, fella, listen, you don't know Georgia. You've not been to Georgia.
Yep.
And now that he has been to Georgia, he's like, man, I don't like Georgia. And I'm like, you were in Atlanta. No one likes Atlanta. That's the secret no one tells you. Everyone fucking hates Atlanta. Like, Atlanta is like the worst city in like fucking like Chicago. Like the worst part of Chicago. That is Atlanta. No one likes going through Atlanta. No one calls it Atlanta either.
I know.
Yeah, no, it's...
I do that everywhere. Like I call Louisiana, I call it Wheezy.
Yeah.
I call Chicago Chi-Town. It's like, hey, nobody call it that. I do.
I do.
I do because it makes you mad.
It makes people mad. Nah, I knew someone that got like legitimately pissed about that kind of shit, and I'm like, bro, calm down, chief. It is not that serious.
Right. I only get mad when people fucking try to pretend they're from Chicago. It's like, listen, people from here don't want to be here. They'll be fucking fronting hard as shit.
My brother's like that. I think I told you about that. My brother was like, yeah, man, yeah, me and my sister, we from Chicago. And then he put the camera in my face. I'm like, we're not from fucking Chicago. And he's like, bruh, how you gonna do that? How you gonna tell people? I'm like, bruh, it's obvious. Like, I'm telling you, if
Stupid as a bitch.
if they heard of how our family talks, oh my god, that cat's out the bag immediately.
Yeah. At most, you could claim that you're from like Gary, Indiana, because that's like the part of Indiana that's like touching Chicago. But even then, they're hillbillies, but they're not from Georgia. Yeah, I'll never understand people that try to like fucking claim sets they don't belong to. It's like that makes no fucking sense, bro. Like that's how you get shot.
Yeah.
Like that's how I know you ain't about that action. Because like, especially Eden knows you can't even fucking wear regular fucking fitted hats in California because you'll get fucking shot, bro.
Mm-hmm.
He's this.
Like oh
Especially
oh you
in
wear the
fucking Fresno.
yeah. Like anywhere, like in LA in particular, and then in the upper parts of California, it's like, oh, you wearing that Chicago Bulls hat? What set you claim, homie? I'm from Chicago and I like the sports ball team. Oh, so you trying to die, huh? What?
Oh no.
You can't. Yeah, and you can't even wear a decent fucking shirt because then they're like,
Oh, yeah.
what's that you claim? Huh? Like,
Right?
bro, I'm just wearing a shirt. Like, I don't know.
That's like, I'm not gonna lie, like I try to wear colors like that I don't have that reaction to. The only thing is like there's certain jobs, like there was a job I had to wear red for. I'm like, oh no, this is not great. And it had to be like solid red, like you'd have on like red like shirt, khakis, and like
I
was like, oh.
actually got ran up on because I was wearing my Amazon uniform blue shirt.
Oh.
That guy. Like, I got ran up on because of that. I was like, bro, just get the fuck away from me. Like, I don't want to deal with your fucking shit.
Yeah. That's why I keep that fucking thing on me when I go out places, bro. Motherfuckers be fucking tripping hard as hell. It's like, listen, I ain't about that life. I got a job, homie.
I got a job, homie. I think I'm gonna call my stream there. I'm getting.
Hey, bro.
It's getting closer to that time.
Empty.
Boop. Can I not save? Hello? Mama. There it goes.
Mama. Never mind, mama.
Mama. Yeah, thank y'all for being here. I wish there was like a raid system on YouTube. But there isn't yet.
Yeah, they're implementing it slowly.
Yeah. Oh, my game crashed anyway. Nice. Works out. Alright, but I've been Cheems. These are my friends Eden and Violet, and I will see y'all next time. Bye.
Bye.
Later.